Let's see, Bigby ends up in a barrel. James ends up there. The halfling ends up being there. Torrance being there. Torrance Familiar ends up being there.
Go down. Like this. If I point
Then
it around,
J-Mac.
does it work?
Come here, Mr. Orc.
I'm coming.
Down.
And Ari ends at the very bottom of the palm tree. And
I'm yelling at my cat in real life, so that works.
okay,
I can just imagine Ari just going, I'm up a tree. My familiar can't get me here. Oh, wait.
Oh shit.
There it is.
Dirt Raptor, sing for great justice. Okay, so I've had to do this a little bit differently than I planned, largely due to my own personal scheduling, meaning I haven't had proper amounts of time to do stuff, and instead I'm fighting sleep. That's fine.
That's fine.
It means I'm going to switch on something that was going to be a little text document to all of you, just something, just doing something large and oral instead.
Oh dear.
Breathing?
I did not mean to ping that.
Of course you did. That's where the buried treasure is.
Are you pinging something on the main screen right now?
No, my mouse is being stupid because it's dying. I need to change the batteries. But I'm being cheap and not changing them yet until it actually dies.
Down!
Okay. With that, let's go ahead and click through here. For all of you, this has not been a fun time, to say the least. Surprised, I know, but it has not been a good time. Regardless of how you ended up one of the prisoners aboard the ship, be it slave, captured prisoner, trophy, or whatever other reason a pirate ship might decide they want to capture you forcefully and have you in chains. You ended up serving time aboard the pirate ship, the Virility. Well, for all of you, you've had different experiences. For some of you, for example, a half-elf of exquisite beauty aboard the ship. Her daily life was mostly dealing with constant romantic attempts from the crew. As disgusting as that goes. For others, the orc, meanwhile, constant belittlement and punishment. The lash, a popular favourite.
Just a few more scars.
They're like trophies.
Some of you are relatively new, or you're otherwise so uninclined for your work that you've simply just been locked in your cell this entire time.
Hi.
Way to go, champ.
To be fair, it's where you belong.
Others of you with some experience, though admittedly the entire time having someone armed nearby, you may have had some work to do. Regardless of where on the spectrum you lay, how many perks you got given for your work, from no food to actually okay, maybe leftovers, possibly even for a certain half elf, even some alcohol. She's lucky.
Yes, get her drunk, then she's easier.
Oh my lord.
This may not be out of the way of the pirates' fort. Sadly, they do not realize the challenges of trying to seduce a sorcerer.
or
Oh
the
my God, magic
consequences
tattoo
of
did
such.
that.
Yet,
Remember, seducing a sorcerer is something of a quadruple-edged sword. One, it's difficult. Two, it has a lot of consequences.
Not only that, some of her tattoos bite.
Yes, and I have poison.
yet, as the days go on, after what for some of you feels like an eternity aboard the ship, it is evening. It is dark, and a chill wind blows across. Up on the top deck, the more athletically inclined of you currently transporting barrels down.
Nope.
There is a sudden crash, and the entire ship rocks to its side. A huge wave, tall enough to sweep across the deck and even throw a cannon off the edge, hits the ship. It hit like a storm. Well, it is a storm. But it hit so fast and was so without warning, like nothing came before it. Huge ripping waves, a typhoon, a cloud like a giant funnel to the heavens, begins to tear through. The hull, sails, cannon, steel, the ship torn apart by the breathtaking power. Throwing around the sailors who treated all of you lesser, simply like ragdolls, impaling or throwing them into the eye of the storm. Yet, all of you, regardless of where you were also taken in by this. For this was beyond a simple storm, and given you were also in chains, you're not simply out swimming this. The current's too quick. The water's too fast. Pulling in around you, pulling you under. Like the darkness enveloping you, trying to grab you and pull it into its watery maw. Air simply fleeing from your lungs, despite all attempts to hold it in, bubbling away as your world began to go monochrome. Your mind starting to fade to the watery oblivion below. Your thoughts fading, the lights above starting to flicker out of view. All you're being left with a kaleidoscope of your own thoughts, your memories, seeing all the moments in your life rush past you. Was this the end? Was this worth it? What have you really achieved at this point? Or what have you still had to do? And as all of these go through, all of you bear witness to two thoughts that you are unsure of. You don't remember the cause of. All of you bearing witness to a slim elven figure, deep under the water, swimming down with a hand towards you. And then a second image that just remains static of a creature, scale beyond that of the ship itself. A presence that shines through even the darkest void of the sea. 3 rows, side by side, of golden citrine eyes glare at you. Everything goes black. The next thing all of you know is you awaken on the shorelines. Battered and bruised, cut and injured, but alive, in your chains somehow worse condition than you are, being perfectly split in 2. You're free. You're alive. As the dawn comes up upon an island, each you awaken by the waves splashing over you, or the insects trying to bite you. Welcome to paradise.
I feel
Yay.
worse.
And with that, I'm going to go ahead and fit this across. There's a map.
Yay.
Glorious! I have vision again.
Oh, there's an image right now. There's the map. Bottom right. Ish.
Ugh, I feel worse than my mate's bachelor party. God damn it, where am I? Oh, there's people. God. Out of the water, out of the water, grabs you by the collar, and yanks you ashore.
Get off me, you great oaf.
You're
I'm
in the water.
I am quite capable of moving myself.
Who do we see?
Yeah, you don't look it.
Who do we see here arguing with each other? What do they look like to everyone?
A very tall man whose build is very, very slim, though a lot of his muscles seem to sort of betray the fact that they're all fast twitch. His blonde, no, he's not blonde. His platinum hair betrays his age. While his face says that he's about 20, his hair says he's about 60. He wears very little, mostly because all of his clothes are torn from the slavery and the roaring waves. But he seems fit, if not a bit of a booze underneath his belly.
And being carried by him is perhaps almost comically small compared to this giant man. A relatively young halfling lass. Brown. I'm useless at doing descriptions. She's got brown hair. Her clothes clearly used to be quite fine. Not nobility or even court standard, but they looked good before the years of serving on a pirate ship. What's left is little more than rags. She doesn't look particularly strong, though the way she's flailing about in the other man's grip, she has a way with her that's perhaps shows her strength isn't merely raw brawn like other people. And she is clearly taking a lot of offense of just being picked up. Just put me down, you great oaf, before I start drowning you again.
Fine, fine. Just simply let's go and let you fall to the ground.
And before she does so... How tall actually is your character?
6'1".
Oh, yeah, you're like twice her height. Just stands up again and starts dusting herself off.
Now I'll go check on the other
Well,
crew.
At least you know how to follow some simple instructions.
As the camera pans north, just to see with its head smashed against a barrel.
You good there, lad?
God damn it, Queenie, why you gotta do this? Yes, I'm fine.
Eh. Okay, my mouse.
Arr.
Please. Yeah,
Who-
it's gonna
who would
constantly do that.
Who exactly do they witness smashed against a barrel?
Well, for all intents and purposes, he looks a lot like the crew that was on the ship, though, well, probably his outfit's a lot more beat up and slightly different. Anyone who's familiar with religious symbols and all that, it's definitely more religious. It has religious symbolage on it. But other than that, it's your standard, like, white breeches, or, well, at this point, they're probably brown. Brown shirt and tall boots. He probably would have a hat, but it's gone by now, so...
The hat is most certainly gone. The ocean was not forgiving.
Yeah. Got these deep brown eyes and nice brown beard. And sort of dull auburn hair. Kind of about average height, really. Definitely shorter than our platinum-haired friend down there. Something that everyone would probably notice is he has a skull and crossbones branded on his right hand. Hey. Looks like you survived as well. Excuse me for a minute, I have to go do some things. Quick. And he sets about trying to catch a crab on the beach.
What are you doing? Your hands
I'm
already
so-
look like it's had a bad case of the meeting of a brand iron, but still, you're going around chasing a... Yeah, okay, no, never mind. I have other people to go focus on.
Great. Another one where the oceans wash more of his brain out than what it's left.
You can talk like that all you want, but... No, this is important to me.
Alright, suit your wish. You, stop eating sand. Get up.
So comfortable.
Well, you do not have lack of oxygen here. Come on. Standing
Oh.
up is good for you.
Oh, it's comfortable. It's warm. Soft.
You know what is warm? Not sideline. Oh my god. James walks over to the water and kicks a bunch on his back.
That's actually kind of refreshing.
Alright, stay down if you wish.
Oh, where are we?
Desert Isle. Freedom. You know.
It's not a desert,
Yeah,
you
look-
just need to look to the east a bit.
Huh? Great. Jungles. I hate the jungles.
Devlin just kind of looks at his wrist and goes, wait, freedom? Freedom! Freedom! Yes! He just gets up with excitement. Everyone can see he's a young man. Very young, actually. You probably wouldn't say he's older than 16. He's very good looking with his blonde hair and slightly oddly colored eyes. They're somewhat striking. They're this turquoise-ish color. Anyone familiar with metallurgy or ancient objects would probably recognize it as a sort of tarnished copper, oxidized bronze color. But he's a very skinny young man. There's really not very much muscle on him at all. Nor does he look particularly quick, but he seems extremely excited, and now that he's suddenly free, almost cheerful at this moment. There's an energy about him that just kind of, some would call it refreshing after all of the oppression we've recently suffered. Others might find it immediately annoying. But despite it all, he just seems all too happy to just be alive and free, and he seems immediately intent on chasing an otter.
The otter immediately intends on not being chased.
Oh, come back!
And now we have people chasing otters. Alright, next thing on the line, beach.
At least they're getting to catching dinner.
I suppose that's true.
What do you
All right,
mean
what the-
dinner?
I'm sorry, but what the hell is this that washed ashore with us? If James Fenn walks over and picks what appears to be this lizard thing up by the scruff.
Come back,
There's an
friend.
incoherent screeching as the raptor tries to bite him out of anger. Why the fuck are you picking me up? It shouts. Of course, not that James can hear any of this.
Yeah, that's gonna stay at arm reach. He holds it at arm reach and continues over to the orc.
The half elf, on the other hand, does begin to stir because she hears loud yelling from a very angry raptor.
You're all too active for what's just happened.
Well, a good kick in
Yeah,
the
it's not
pants
the-
always wakes someone up in the morning.
It's not the first time I've had this happen, honestly.
Well,
Besmar's a fickle woman. Well, she apparently likes throwing me between ships all the time.
or kind of just gives you a look, seeing you like half in the water, saying all this, trying to catch a crab.
Speaking of which, have I had any luck, Dark?
Well, let's You tell me if you've done well with perhaps a profession fishing check.
So, profession fishing. Can I substitute sailor for that?
I get a sailor at -2.
That's better than. That's good. So, oop, 29.
Damn.
You found a crab. It's taking a little bit, but you're gonna have a crab. You're gonna have a crab very soon.
Perfect. All right.
Barbara will stand up. For anyone actually looking at him and who would have watched him talking, you would have seen that, yeah, he's a pretty plain face, but his mouth is just a mess of teeth. In fact, as he stands up and kind of looks at James, he's kind of like rooting around in there, getting sand out. In terms of appearance, he looks pretty beat up. His time upon the ship was not friendly to him. Numerous scars. Basically, he's covered in scars. Lashings from the crew, and some which seem kind of older, including 2 dots on his face, a large scar chilling up the side of his stomach, and a scar on his eyebrow.
Lad, you seem to have bitten half the ship apart on your way down.
Just kind of gives you a look. Really? Jokes?
Hey, you got nothing better to do here.
Evidently.
I'm gonna go check on our last compatriot on this ship, on this island.
Go watch your man. I'm getting bored where he is.
Mm-hmm.
You.
Oi, lass.
The half-elf looks up at him, quite annoyed at this point, as her peculiarly silver eyes glare at the man, her eyes more similar color to his hair than anything. He'd immediately noticed that this half-elf has some horns protruding out of her, which obviously is quite odd, but aside from that, she's pretty normal, aside from the fact that she's quite beautiful. The first words out of her mouth promptly are, "Why the hell did you touch my raptor? He's not happy."
The fuck's a
Excuse me.
raptor?
Excuse me.
I believe it might be that giant lizard you're still holding.
Oh, this thing is currently gnawing on my arm? He looks at it and outstretched arm and he's holding my scruff.
Seems I'm pretty sure nothing else you've touched here could possibly be a raptor. I mean, we've got an orc, a half-elf, me, a couple of humans.
Hey.
She's got horns. She could be a raptor. I have no idea what that
You haven't
is.
touched her yet.
Suppose it's a good point. Here, have it if you want it. It could be dinner or something. Drops it in your lap.
The raptor promptly sits down next to her, glaring up at him. She frowns for a moment before nodding and saying, I don't really know what they are either. I was just told that it's a raptor, so I'm gonna guess that's what it is."
Yeah, it's the best name that we have so far.
Oh yeah, the other thing he would notice about her is that aside from the fact that she has quite a few slave scars, because she's been a slave for a very long time, she has tattoos all over her body of various designs. The most prominent design by far being one that features mainly moons and stars and galaxies.
James just quirks an eyebrow. Not more confused about anything about this. Just has no idea how to take apart the situation, but offers a hand to help her up nonetheless.
She stares blankly at his hand for a moment. "Are you going to call me a raptor if I touch you?"
Perhaps.
Letting out a sigh, she gets up, watching as the raptor kind of glares at the man still, not quite sure what it thinks of him, before looking over at the others. We should probably go join them, huh?
Problem. Hey, Green Eyes. How's our last guy doing?
As
He's okay.
as was discovered by Devlin, indeed it seems everyone who'd washed up with this beach has survived. The last individual appearing to be a rather youngish human as well, around a similar age range to Devlin in that regard, though the exact, of course, not necessarily easiest to tell, but seemingly somewhere in the teen kind of period. They were not particularly tall. They were actually decently short, but as they kind of just laid in the sand and didn't really get up, just kind of talking from a face full of sand. Dressed in what can basically only be described as leftover rags. For a lot of you, not all, you may remember this individual being on the ship for quite a while. Just boredly whistling in the lower cargo hold.
Right.
They look
So
very-
everybody's alive. That's pleasing, yet
Everybody
concerning.
we've found so far. I imagine this isn't the only stretch of beach.
Oh, I'm sure.
Hmm.
Jameson suddenly looks up, and to the right. What the heck? Aha! It seems fortune has favored me yet again! You know what they say, mates. Finders keepers, after all.
Oh dear.
Much of it be full of water.
Let us know. Medical supplies in there. I'm kind of handy with them.
Will do. Will note, Green Eyes. Thank you, Kalen. One last time breaking me out of this ditch. You look over the chest that's over here.
Over there, as James wanders over, and possibly others as well wanting to come examine, is a large. We're talking this chest, good 4.5 feet tall. As you see, decently wide, solid metal chest, banded and engraved with various symbols and runes. Not necessarily magical, though that could be hard to tell, honestly. It was definitely ornate in design. Very heavy. With an intricate lock on the front.
James Fenn will kick the lock a few times, seeing if it's unlocked or anything.
It seems resilient to the power of the boot.
That's... James Fenn just crosses...
Hell was that?
This thing survived the ocean without being broken open, and you thought your boot would break it.
It's worth a shot.
Ah, your classic treasure chest. Probably got some nice plunder in it from the ship. Oh, you're right. I'm surprised it washed up here. You'd think it'd be at the bottom of the ocean with the rest of the crew, with the rest of the wreck.
Aye.
It doesn't actually seem that wet, as I was saying, and it seems like it might have been here for actually a while longer than all of you.
Wait a second. Oh, oh.
You know,
Never mind, this
part
was
of the
maybe
ship.
it's not from the ship. Maybe it belongs to our little friend there. Motions at the bones on the beach.
Ah, yes. Oops. Sorry about that, friend.
Because indeed, a
Step
half-finished skeleton
well.
is right below the palm tree.
You know, the one
Need
you're
to accidentally step on his
standing on
skull.
his leg.
I know. I'm sorry about that. Oh well.
It's rather disrespectful to the dead.
The dead are dead.
Yeah, disrespectful may be, but, you know, might need this. James Fenn will try to swish through the sand a bit, trying not to touch what is left, but try to find a femur to use.
You can indeed have femur.
Yay, femur. That'll do.
Are you
James Fenn.
wishing
James-
to put femur as weapon?
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead and treat it as a club of the fragile quality.
Cool. James Fenn will just slip it up in his hand and catch it again. This'll do for now. His stance is obviously like he's holding it like it should be a rapier, but it's obviously not.
I don't think we should do that.
I don't think bones are a viable weapon.
It's better than my fist.
No,
Although
hey,
using
he's not
the
wrong.
skull, it's harder.
It's not like he's using it.
Hey, he's not wrong. However, I think I'm gonna probably find me a stick or something. Who knows?
Suit yourself.
Still though, I want to get this thing open.
No.
Yeah, ideally. What are the runes are like? Could you tell me about them?
Covering the chest is a number of different runes in a rather well artistic style. they seem to indicate large amounts of storms, water, wind, and waves. In
Damn,
an
hey,
odd cyclic pattern.
This wouldn't happen to be these wouldn't happen to be religious symbols, would it? Religious
They-
iconography.
It might be religious symbols. You can try to find out.
Is it okay? Is it specific to Besmara?
No.
Okay.
I'll roll a knowledge religion.
Yeah.
25.
Oh, damn. What the hell?
24.
So starting off strong with the first two actual rolls of the game.
Both 19s.
Something over the character sheets because it's
The symbols seem to indicate not anything like say Besmara or for Kaylee, your preferred gods, but both of you would certainly recognize the deity
Gosra.
these linked to. These linked to Gosran, the god of the wind and the waves, or goddess, depending on the element. Generally for the ocean goddess.
the Lady of the Sea.
But they
Ah.
for they are the embodiment of all of nature, nature's wrath and nature's gifts.
Let's hope to say that these are more of the gifts aspect and less wrath.
Well, I'd say we've already suffered their wrath.
Yeah, I suppose that's true.
And I have a feeling Besmara's been watching over us, so this is probably a nice little gift of hers for keeping us alive.
Every time you,
Present.
by the way, every time you say Besmara, James sort of quirks his eyebrow slightly.
Aye, you know her?
Yeah,
you know
more or
her.
less.
Aye.
Let's just say me and her haven't had the best tidings.
That happens. She's fickle at times, but
Who's Besmara?
the Pirate Queen, goddess who sails the maelstrom and the astral sea, plundering the booty of
Goddess
hell and heaven.
scum.
Excuse me now. I'll ask you hold off on words like that.
I'm just gonna hang
Scum.
out over here. Those people
Scum?
over there seem less than reputable.
Scum maybe,
reason
but
to
damn
hold
fine,
off.
respectful scum, I must say.
Hey, I guess that's true. Either way,
Yeah, I respect her works, though I'm not partial to factually following her. Anyways, more about this chest. I want to fiddle with the runes and see if they actually slide around anything. Maybe it's a puzzle chest.
They don't seem to.
Hmm. Sorry, kid, I ain't got no lockpicks.
hey, nope. Don't really have much of anything.
Rather sad, he just kind of pokes a lock, wanting a lockpick.
You guys are
There's-
the worst pirates ever. Either of you use
Not a pirate.
wigs or something.
Not
Well,
a pirate.
Considering we weren't exactly pirates at the time, we were kind of slaves. That kind
Nothing
of
in
stuff
these
happened.
bones you could use.
I've never been a pirate in my life, thank you very much.
Here,
Of
let's.
course you have.
Actually, that's alright. Here, I'll check over the corpse. Gonna look through the corpse and see if there's any sort of like anything else of
Very well,
use.
very well. You could go ahead and make me a perception check to search the area.
I shall help. Oh, and by help I mean do it as well.
Wow.
So my rolls so far have been 19, 17, 20.
And 20.
Well, with your combined 25, the two of you search over the area with the body, and it doesn't really seem to present you a whole lot of finds kind of going through. Seemingly this has been cleaned multiple times over by wild animals from what you can tell. Though there is a small thing there of interest if anyone particularly cares, which is a single usable item in there that seems to have been buried deep enough in the sand that nothing has taken it. A dagger.
Ah, here we go. Actual weapon.
Well, better than nothing.
Honestly, you look like you could bite someone's head off, so you're probably not going to be using this, are ya?
Huh? Yeah.
Yo, kid. You look like you got a...
What's up with your teeth?
Uh, big girl.
Looks up really closely. Stares at them.
Rick sighs and Kev like opens his mouth a bit and Kev just get over with.
Which how exactly tall is the orc? Pretty tall.
Yes, 6'9". So I guess
Yeah.
he's kind of
As I noted, he is particularly short for a human, literally only reaching about 5 feet.
I guess Arbok will come over here away from the body and just sit down.
Kneels down, looks at it, just stares.
Arbok looks slightly annoyed, but I guess he just wants to get this over with. So, no bones you could use there? Kev quirks his head towards Garvin. What's your name?
Big. Oh, yeah. Garvin! Garvin, pleased to meet you.
Arbok. So, seems like the rest of them are having very little introductions.
That's fine. Apparently, I don't think any of this dagger either. Anyway, so...
You, Poncy Man.
Hi, what?
Did you introduce yourself already?
No, I have not. James Fenn is the name.
Good to meet you.
There we go, kid.
They just giggle slightly, and with a wink, just call me Ace, like that.
Kid just frowns at that.
I see.
They don't entirely seem to be taking this entirely seriously.
Oh.
Yes.
They pull back, stop staring at this point.
Arbok thankfully closes his mouth. So what about the rest of you? Want to join us?
That depends. Are you done messing around with your little toy box?
No. We know it's here. We can always come back to it, I guess.
Hey, and looks like it's been here for a while in the first place. Hasn't been opened yet, so... Actually, that's might be a good indication that there's not really anyone on this island, which is...
You gonna have a shot at it, Green Eyes?
Not sure how I feel about that.
I don't know, maybe.
Nothing happened from poking it.
I cast Spark on it. No, not Spark, Jolt. That's the one.
Bro, you cast Jolt. You electrify the chest very slightly.
I'm out of ideas.
Ooh, that mountain's pretty. Kind of goes over. To illustrate for the players, of course, in the top left, if you look at the very top left of the map, you scroll out, you will see, of course, a picture of what basically your view would look like, kind of looking in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
The island you're on.
The islands of the sea, very wildly. Looks like we've managed to wash up on at least one that looks nice.
Oh great, we can die pretty.
Well,
we ain't
dying ugly.
Honestly, we got past the most dangerous part. Surprised none of us drowned.
Someone
I'm
probably
sure
did.
plenty of people drowned.
Oh, most definitely. A lot of them probably did.
Great, you're also a true one.
That's just what happens when you live life on the open sea. Gulls are as fickle at times, and if you're lucky, Besmar might help you tame her, but
You're
luck
going
with that.
you're going to be like a soul time, aren't you?
More or less.
Well, of course. Can't exactly not extol my deity.
Oh, okay, that explains a lot.
You know, we should probably properly introduce ourselves to everyone instead of just kind of splitting off in groups and mumbling greetings like we've been doing.
For
Hi,
sure,
I'm
that
Devlin.
wasn't fun.
Okay.
Oh, that works.
Hey, Garvin Bradley, cleric and pirate of Bismarck. Former
James-
slave on the last
I'm a
ship.
follower of Shaylin myself.
James Fenn, sellsword.
Arbrook, cook. Mm,
Cook. Cook.
I
Oh,
did
God.
cook.
Wow.
He's
Can't
got all those
believe
teeth. He's got all those teeth. He'd be good at it.
I can't believe I ain't fortunate ending up on a desert, tropical isle with a cook. That's great. Finally eat something. I
I'll
need
be
some
sure
of
to
that.
cook you a bountiful meal with all the fruit we have.
I'm hungry. Just call me Ace.
Alrighty. So how about you, little short lass over there?
Short? Little
Hey!
short lass.
Hey, you're
Keep
what,
that
like
up and
3
I'll
foot?
make you shorter than I am.
I'd like to see a try.
I like her.
It's fine.
She sounds fun.
Still, what's your name?
If you must know, my name's Celia Bryanell, Mistress of Illusions. Not that you even understand what that is.
Sounds pretty.
I like
Howdy, Dwayne.
illusions. I'm not very good at them myself, but I like them.
Illusions give me headaches.
I'm
Hey.
sure big words give you headaches.
You'd be surprised.
I
Anyways,
I feel-
Raptor and Raptor Chick.
I'm not sure if I want to introduce myself now. My name's Ari. I've been a slave most of my life, so I can't really give you much more information about me aside from that. I haven't had time to discover myself.
Well, thankfully you have a desert island to do it with.
And this little guy? Kind of points to him.
That's a raptor, supposedly. His name is Mortitus. It means bite. You don't want to know why his name is Bite.
think I
I'm
can
pretty
take
sure
a guess, actually.
Why?
Yep.
As
James just looks at his arm covered in scratches.
as Ace basically just kneels down and kind
You
of...
picked up an angry lizard with teeth and claws. What do you expect?
About this. That's about it. Yeah.
Devlin just kind of holds up his otter and says, "This is Steve."
Nice to
Hi,
meet you,
Steve.
Steve.
Named dinner.
What? He's not dinner. He's my familiar.
Oh,
Familiar who's he? What's it?
Familiar with what?
A familiar.
I hope it's souffles. Is he familiar with souffles? Or booze? One of those two.
Well, he got all too familiar with one of those on one occasion.
Alright, if
You
you,
get
you
your-
all excuse me, I need to do some.
You're otter drunk at some point.
No, it's more of somebody spilt a bottle and he picked
got
it up.
himself drunk.
I'm starting to like this otter. Pleasure to meet you, Steve. James will hold out a hand to it.
Steve just kind of reaches out from Devlin's arms and grabs it, shakes it.
If y'all excuse me, I need to go pray to my goddess real quick.
Yeah, have fun.
I'll be ready in about an hour.
An
I think
hour.
It's going to kill more crabs.
Hey. Excuse me, that's
Wait, aye.
a great ritual that I need to perform.
I mean, you just kind of look stupid.
That doesn't matter.
Right.
hands at
While
sword.
you
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I love your justification, Carly.
I'm gonna enjoy doing the inner monologue with the raptor a lot.
Right, I'm gonna go try to figure out what's for food. James will just
Finally,
look.
someone has a good idea.
I'm full of good ideas. You just gotta give me time.
You're full of something.
You're.
Most
Hmm.
himself.
Hey, you gotta give a man time to prove himself. You can't just cast him away. Much like I am currently cast away. Anyways, coconuts.
You may
Hmm.
you look up the tree. There is a distinct lack of coconuts.
Hmm. No coconuts there. How about over here?
I don't think
I have
coconuts
an
grow
idea.
up trees.
What?
Devlin just sets down his otter, and both of them just kind of go running off into the water.
What are you doing? You just came from there.
Devlin running out pretty deep into the water, a good like chest deep at this deep at the point where he starts to have to swim at this point.
It's an otter and a crazy guy. What do you think they're doing?
It could be trying
Well-
to fish.
Well, Garvin
That's
almost
what
had a
I'm
crab
guessing
right
on.
there. Scared away the crab Garvin almost got.
Yeah,
Oh, I caught
but-
that one already. I killed it and tossed it back.
Yeah, he's
You
just gonna
killed it
smash
and
on
tossed
more
it back.
rocks. Yeah.
Aye. That's what Besmar
Right.
calls for me to do.
Yep, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Don't worry, once I finish this, I can go fishing a bit. Catch something to actually eat.
Alright, let's take a perusey of this, shore. He's gonna look around and then notice a barrel. Oh god, please be full of booze.
I think food would be more important now than booze.
The barrel,
You'd be surprised.
The barrel unfortunately had a large hole in the side of it from someone's head colliding with it.
So he lost us the crab and the booze.
Inside the barrel, however, other than it being covered in loads of splintered bits of wood that you could probably use as makeshift clubs, you do find there is some food inside. Not much, but some food.
Oh, good.
Mostly a supply of dried radishes.
We're saved.
Probably,
It's
it's probably,
something.
it's
At
probably,
least you might be able to make a stew or something.
it's probably enough for like a day worth of feeding people, like of this group.
Good.
For mechanical purposes, of course, you're treating those rations,
Yeah,
Mhm. So one ration each.
which you're going to probably consume anyway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
what's up with the wood splinter on the ground here?
It seems to be a large amount of just kind of wooden debris, kind of torn and broken apart, pieces missing.
What?
Possibly a piece of the ship or something else. It's pretty big though.
Alright, let's...
So they seem busy. You want to do anything? Kind of looks at both the halfling and at Ari, still kneeling down, petting the raptor.
Well, now the rest of them have given it up. I guess I'll have a look at this little box of theirs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the ruins on this box are pretty interesting when they were looking at it. Not that I wanted to go anywhere near them.
Exactly.
They look pretty. Certainly Celia can have a look. Is this something Celia would like to know about it?
Did we actually find anything out about the runes?
The others revealed they belong to the god Gosrin, the god of
Oh yes.
the god of the wind and the waves, nature's vengeance and nature's blessing.
Specifically, the female aspect, the one that governs the sea.
The lady of the ocean. There's a reason the ocean's called a harsh mistress.
I personally, Garvin prefers calling her a fickle bitch. But yeah.
So it was definitely locked and such, yes.
Yes.
Just
With a
like
rock-
standard, like well-made but standard-looking lock.
A rather heavy-looking lock.
Right.
Breaking it would be probably beyond anything you could do with
Oh,
mixture.
yeah, no.
And as was already acknowledged, apparently no one happened to have somehow survived the lockpick.
Not even the dead
Yeah.
guy.
I'm surprised none of them tried to pick it with the dagger.
No one took it, so
Dagger,
Garvin's just got it now.
dagger be too big. Point there.
Well, I'm sure they could have used it to make some makeshift tools. She's just going to basically look the box over for anything the others might have missed. She herself doesn't have the skills to open it up the normal means, so it's a case of, yeah, there might be something more to it, but I don't really care that much. It's just a curiosity.
It is the most interesting thing to take part in at this moment.
It's a case of, let's see what all the idiots were gawping at. Oh, it's just a locked box. Well, okay, that was fun.
Dark. Question.
Yes, as Arlok wanders over there.
How hot is it here?
That is a completely valid question. It is quite warm, actually.
Okay.
Time-wise, most of you think, at least, it's somewhere around summer right now.
Okay.
But right now, it's pretty warm. Probably about, I'd probably say about 31 degrees Celsius. Or 80, or 87 Fahrenheit for the Americans.
For you weird backwards people.
Yeah.
Pretty warm. It's tropical conditions out here.
Okay. Second question. Are there birds in the trees?
There are some birds in the trees.
Then that means there's eggs. Our book, well, I guess when people are pondering about on the beach, he's going to try and see if he can't find some eggs up in the trees.
Okay. That means this sounds like you're trying to stretch your climbing skills out.
That or survival, yeah.
I could accept survival as well.
Actually, let's do climb, because climb's for some reason better.
Because you're a big
Oh
strong.
yeah. Yes. Yeah, you probably see this really fat, tall orc just climb a tree and it looks really weird.
It's less climbing it, more he gets halfway up and it just bends over.
Exactly. He's just kind of like he can't.
I imagine he's like climbing halfway up, it starts bending over, and he's still in the motions of climbing up it, even though he's more climbing sideways now.
It's like half climbing the tree, half shaking it to make things fall out. Not intentionally, it just happens.
So the edge of the woodlands, I guess. What's that like? Basically, I'm thinking of going in there and foraging for berries and such that might be edible.
Well, the very edge of the woodlands and thicklands here, it turns pretty dense pretty quickly, with a variety of small little bushes and shrubs as well as some taller trees. It is rather thick and rather heavy. Very easily for you to trip over or very easily for you to step on some plant by accident just because of how thick it is. With the exception of what is quite clearly, especially to Arbok, a pathway that seems to be not so much a pathway that's been created, more like a trail that just so many things have kind of moved through that plants haven't grown as thickly. It could be an animal trail. I mean, it's unlikely to be a human trail, right?
Yeah. I think that's basically what Celia's going to do once she's looked over the box. Just basically head down here to the edge of the stuff and stay within sight of the camp, but start looking around for berries, vegetables, whatever that might be edible.
All the others are getting stuff. Looks around.
If anyone needs anything to defend themselves, I found what could be best used as, makeshift weapons from the various salvage around. James Finn will basically walk forward into the mouth of the trail and chuck down what could be described as clubs.
If anyone would like a fragile club, add it to your inventory. There's enough scrap wood that you can make, essentially enough clubs. For picking berries, that sounds like a survival check to find edible and actually nutritious berries.
I do finally have a character which is trained in survival.
It's a Christmas miracle!
It still rolls poorly, but she is trained in it.
Given time, she'll at least find enough food to, mean something.
Yeah.
Because luckily, this is a very verdant environment. There's actually a decent bit of food available.
Yay.
It's just more a case finding what's poisonous and what's not,
Yeah.
and what's actually worth eating and what's just going to kind of be, well, this didn't help.
Hey, for purified food, drink.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yay, yeah.
Technically, I could just grab all the poisonous stuff as well.
Yes, but it's still a case of finding something that is still also nutritious for it. At the same. It's fair enough. Okay, I can eat it and not get sick. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to eat it and it's going to work well as food.
No, I totally get it.
Meanwhile, Devlin and Steve are just kind of diving in and out of the water looking for, like, crabs or clams or anything, really. Anything slow and that they're able to catch. Or maybe a fish if they're lucky and the fish is stupid and slow enough.
The otters should be able to catch a couple of fish.
Actually, Devlin's catching more things than the otter is.
Fair bit more.
With the situation with the giant screeching otter in the middle, at the sudden screeching, just kind of rolls backwards suddenly.
She stares blankly at him. I told you so.
But he was cute.
And then you encourage the singing.
And everyone gets to listen to this lovely harmony while they're doing the gathering now.
Oh, of course.
Can't hear it underwater.
Hooray! Another loud, noisy brute.
I'll have you know that raptor, quotation marks around that, is not a brute, more lethe than annoying. Well, not annoying, it's actually kind of charming at times. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
No, I imagine that would be yours.
Depends on the day. And how many drunk beers I've had.
Psst, psst.
Yes.
I like that halfling.
Yes, so do I.
Not sure why she's not trying to be likable, but yeah.
You're an oracle, you have high charisma. Deal with it.
The characters are enjoying your stand-up douchebaggery.
Yep.
I suppose so. Most people are gathering stuff here. So let's go ahead and have a quick tally through what's been rolled so far. So we've got 12 from Celia, which is 2 food. Core got 23, which rough estimate is a -7 food.
Nice.
I rolled a 19. Steve rolled
19.
a 7.
A 19 is 4 food.
Yeah.
Was there a fishing check? I don't remember. From
No,
the
I'm-
pirate.
Nope,
No.
I'm preparing spells.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
The
Don't make people gathering food is going to kind of run over your spell preparation time a bit.
otter rolled a 7.
The otter doesn't even find enough food to feed himself.
Got some minus food.
Aw.
He catches like a single shrimp.
Nom 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 nom.
Nice.
And he promptly eats it on the spot. So, yeah, derp otter is derp otter.
Actually, yeah, is Steve a river otter or a sea otter?
Sea otter.
There you go. That answers that question. Meanwhile, I suppose James, Fenn, Ari, and Aza just kind of
Well, James has been. Can I ask you something?
Yes, you can ask me something.
Can I see if there's anything salvageable in the barrel with a brew keeping check?
A brew keeping check.
Yes, I have brewery.
Are you trying to see if we can make alcohol out of beets? Because please don't. Or radishes
Yes.
or whatever they are. No. No.
No.
You can roll the check to discover if you think it'd be possible to make alcohol out of them.
God.
I have an idea.
Yes,
Oh,
actually.
Lord.
Yes, actually. James Fenn happens to remember a recipe for making preserved beet rum.
Ah,
Oh, God.
He
Oh,
could do
perfect.
Really, what
He
we
could
should
do
be
it. It would take.
concentrating on right
It would
now.
take. It would take a few days, but he could do it.
All right, let's get working on that. Let's get working on it.
Well,
We are
everyone.
eating them
well-
before you're brewing them.
No, so far we're eating the things that we can get. This is preserved food. We don't eat this. We eat the fresh food first. Have you never been on a sailing ship before?
Yes, and you eat the fresh stuff first, but you keep the preserved for if you run out of fresh. You don't turn it into rum.
We might need rum. And besides, rum is a great medical purpose for, clearing out wounds.
Yes, and I'm sure you'll be saving it just in case someone gets hurt.
you don't need an excuse for your beer belly, pal.
I get wounded a lot.
Uh-huh.
You will be at this rate.
Anyway. Hey, Crab Slayer, how you going down there?
I think he died again.
Excuse- Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to commune with my goddess here.
All right,
done.
fine. And sure, I can dig a hole. Other than the social hole that I'm currently digging with Celia and Ari here.
Well, at least you're good at one thing.
All right, all done.
Yes, right now.
Let's start digging a fire pit.
Yeah, right now the group has gathered 13 rations, which of course you will expend at a rate of 7 per day.
We almost have 2 days worth.
Plus, of course, you have the beets, which if you don't turn into alcohol, are 1 day for free. So.
Okay. Garvin's gonna start digging a fire pit.
What you doing?
Digging a fire pit.
James looks up and over to Garvin. I was digging a fire pit over here.
All right, fine. I'll come over and help you.
All right, all right.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Do you think the chest is light enough to actually lift?
Don't need to lift, just need to drag.
That's
Doesn't
fair.
Drag, just roll.
Yeah, the chest,
Honestly, we can just use some sticks and skewer what we catch.
the chest is pretty heavy, but
We can
Any
just
of us
skewer it
even
over
make
fire.
fire? I mean, we kind of have, a dagger?
Let's see, actually.
And you could try rubbing 2 sticks together.
That doesn't work, usually.
Might not for you.
What do you talk about? Of course it does.
God, the drawings are coming out already.
Mm-hmm.
you know, I expected this, especially when I started making maps.
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have prepared spark.
Doesn't Torin know Spark? I mean, obviously we don't know that right now, but still.
Yep.
Yeah, thought
He's
so.
just underwater right now.
That is true. We cannot ask him for Spark because he can't hear us.
Well,
When he comes up for air.
Anyone
Don't
know how
worry,
to
we
start a
can-
fire here?
Which, if anybody's paying attention, he's not coming up for air terribly often.
Sometimes I wonder which is the more otter. The otter or
We can
the
try.
you've done it
Which
for
one's
like
the
an
character?
hour.
The Arcanist or the duck?
Well, since none of us here know how to actually start a fire, I'm going to go ask our currently watery friend.
Well, we could use a dagger in the chest. Spark or something, I don't know.
Yeah, we can always. We can try some things. Should have actually asked me goddess for that, but oh well. Speaking of which, bring the food over here. I need to purify it. Make sure it's not Make sure there's no poisons or anything in it.
Hey,
I'm
Steve,
quite
nice-
capable of doing that myself, thank you.
Alright,
Hey,
suit
Steve.
yourself.
Hey, Steve. Nice shrimp you got there. You mind taking a pause from eating it and going to get other water boy over there? You need to ask him something.
Steve just dives, and like about 10 seconds later, Devlin and Steve pop up and go, yeah, you what?
Are you as good with fire as you're good with water?
No, but why do you ask?
We need to start a fire.
Oh, I can do that.
Thank you.
Well, that solves that.
I enjoy it's just Ari and it's just kind of just standing or sitting there, just everyone's buzzing around them.
We're just avoiding it.
Devlin's just gonna like plop down some like crabs or mollusks or whatever he found in the water that he was able to catch and just sort of put it next to Garvin, and he just starts casting spark on whatever wood they managed to get a couple of times, trying to get it to catch fire.
Yeah, Garvin's going to begin purifying food and drink on the
Come on.
crabs.
All right, well, you guys get busy with that. I'm going to go check something out quick. I'll be right back.
As you will.
I'm gonna try and find
Yep.
alcohol.
Got it. Yep.
Try not to
Okay.
fall into a pit or something.
I'll try not to. I'm going to wander down this path being very stealthy and see what's down it.
That sounds like you're making me a stealth check as you proceed down the path.
19.
Are we just gonna keep an ear out for screaming?
Okay. James Fenn begins scouting down the path. How long is he willing to do scouting for?
Not very long. He's mostly looking what's immediately down the path. And if you can see anything coming down by the end of it, if there is an end of it.
There's not a clear end of it within like a couple of minutes travel.
He's not going to go any further than 15 minutes.
Yeah, it seems like it kind of just sprawls out through the very thick jungle area down here. It kind of splits off in multiple directions. Though one thing he does run across is a clear man-made structure, essentially someone creating one of those large piles of rocks that are perfectly balanced. So how long it's been like that is anyone's question.
Yeah, okay.
Given it had actually a little bit of moss on it.
Oh. James Fenn, 15 minutes later, we'll come back.
Well,
30 minutes later.
depends if you stealth on your way back or not. If you don't stealth on your way back, it's more like 20.
Yeah, then 20. I don't need a stealth on the way back.
Find anything?
Well, we're not alone on this island as far as I can tell.
Aye, that's all.
Yeah,
Yeah, we've got you and you and you and you.
I'm
and
talking
you
about
and
us at
you
a-
and Steve here. And
There's more, potentially. I saw some potentially man-made structures of, rock pilings, potentially. But it's very old. I don't know if anyone's been around them recently.
Well, our other friends, Vera's been here for a while at least. Bones don't just appear over a day.
That's true. Could have been him.
Who knows? There might be tribals or something.
Well, perhaps we should just sprint her down the beach.
Might be best, yeah. Just to spend a day and stop first.
As it stands, don't want to get lost.
These islands aren't exactly they aren't exactly pleasant if you're alone. Who knows what might be living in there? Could be goblins or wild animals, tigers, something like that. Who knows?
Tigers.
Tigers, yes. Tigers building stone
Arr.
structures.
Yes.
what's a tiger?
Big cat.
Oh.
Big cat. Big old cat.
That sounds
Like-
adorable.
This big. Or because
Nope.
just like spreads
Rip
his
also-
hands
them
out.
apart. They're not adorable.
They also have teeth as big as a dagger, so
Well, yeah, I mean, if they're that big, but cats are adorable things.
I'm more likely to maul your face off, honestly.
That's
And I prefer to keep my face. I think it's quite nice.
Yeah.
Nobody picked up that dagger from before, did we?
No, I got
No,
it.
we just kind of mentioned it and then never talked about it again. Aside from
So,
Yeah,
Arb-
Garvin held it up to ask anyone if they want it, and then he pocketed it.
okay,
or, well, as much pocket as he can.
shoved it, I don't know, into your shorts, I guess.
Yeah, just
Yeah, that's
Garvin?
one
left
of
of
the
a
things is
belt.
you don't really have a good way to contain stuff right now.
We have
Yep.
hands.
like what's left of his belt is just sort of hanging there.
Garvin,
Yeah.
can I borrow that dagger? I'm gonna try and kind of like gestures to eggs, gestures to fire.
Feel free. He just sort of flips it over to you.
Okay. I haven't really thought this through. Mm,
The best plans aren't thought through.
Are there any vines around?
and there's seaweed.
Yeah, I'll go over to the seaweed.
Wait, seaweed? It looks over.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, there's a small little pile of seaweed there.
James Finn will pick a bunch of it up, find a bit of a longer part of it, and sort of whisk them together slightly. Making rudimentary sort of ropage, kind of. Not really.
Be more like string with the strength.
Yeah.
Get some of that, and you can tie it between like a fork stick and make a little carrying thing for cooking an egg over a fire.
Yeah. That's what
I
I'm
mean-
thinking.
Arbok just wanders away. He's gonna try and find a big rock. And maybe some sticks.
Fine. Finding stuff like rocks and sticks is not particularly hard in a forest.
Okay.
Or junk.
He comes back with a rock and sticks and says, okay. This guy looks at the fire. Any ideas?
Is it flat rock?
I mean, you had a pretty solid idea with the chest until they decided to just make a fire instead.
It's not too late for a chest.
I have one idea.
Oh?
Devlin like tosses over half a clamshell and says, "Try this."
The clamshells burn?
No, they're free fine.
Arbok shrugs. I guess, yeah. Okay. He's got like a bunch. Yeah, he'll build up like a small thing of stones, like 2 small high walls, and just kind of lay sticks across them, like over the fire, so that the heat's getting up, but the sticks don't catch fire. And then I guess we put the clamshell in it and crack the egg.
Yeah.
Welcome to cooking with the Castaway crew.
Basically.
Is there actually anything in the seaweed?
Not really.
Okay.
And you can try to eat it.
Nah, I'm not really into that.
The stuff tends to be tough, so
Well,
good luck with that.
I guess we shall get to a start on cooking eggs and whatever the hell else we found. Fish?
Yep.
Eggs, fish, fruit, and veg. That's about it.
It's mostly berries from the gathering.
Well, I guess we'll set them to the side. And
Look around a bit further. I see something on the map here. Is there anything here?
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Aha!
Very softly hidden on the map. There is something there.
Oh. Oh, right. That.
Oh, hey, there is.
Everyone start the pixel hunt.
I will tell you there are no more pixel hunts.
But, yeah.
Aw.
Arbok will kind of wave everyone away, so shout when it's cooked.
What James sees over there, kind of going along, stuck into the tree, which everyone else could have just passed over as like a branch of the tree. No, that's actually a javelin
Oh.
Pull that out.
or throwing spear, however you wish to name it. You can tug and get it out. Not great quality. It's like stone tipped, but it's still a spear. You can throw it. stab at someone with it.
Short spear or long spear?
Well, for stats-wise, it would count the javelin for purposes.
Oh, okay.
Which you can technically use the javelin melee if you so choose, but
I don't even think you have to take too many penalties for it either. So
I think it's only like a -2.
-4.
you take
Melee.
a -4, but you can use it as a melee weapon.
You're treated as non-proficient in it. Okay.
No. James will pick that up and hold it in his offhand. Walk back over with it. Yeah, we're definitely not alone here. How old does it look, Dark?
It doesn't look that old, but it's hard to tell exactly how old.
I look at the tree. Is it bleeding or is it like...
How's James Fenn's knowledge of trees?
non-existent? Anyone
So-
know plants?
I have knowledge, nature.
That's not my thing.
Apparently, Ari knows about plants.
Apparently.
Hey, Ari, could you come take a look at this tree? Tell me how old this is.
Let's see. She gets up and moves towards the tree where he got the spear from,
Wait, we're actually moving.
staring
Yeah.
Believe
staring
or
at it
not,
for a moment.
She can move occasionally, I think.
No, her legs broke in the wreck.
You can still roll.
Keep rolling,
Sure,
rolling, rolling.
But you can
I'll
make,
make
you can make me a nature check to examine trees if you want to.
Okay. You know what this is.
It's hard.
Nope.
It's hard to say. Ari's not really used to these kind of trees. These are different species than she's used to.
Can't say I'm familiar with these particular kind of trees,
Yep.
so I can't really supply you with the information that you're seeking.
Well, worth a shot, I guess. Anyways, got a javelin.
Ooh,
Got something out of it.
You want it?
nonsense.
I don't need petty tools.
Yeah, James will hold it out to Ace. There you go.
Ace takes it and holds it up triumphantly.
Alright, you 5. Come over here and eat. It was nearly done.
All right.
Oh yeah, let me roll professional cooking checks. I actually have that. How well have I cooked our egg and fish?
And crab.
Crab. That's the same thing. They both come from the ocean. They both smell. 12.
You know, it tastes better than everyone expects.
And we don't die from it.
It's
Which
better
is
than
nice.
radishes. Yes, everyone come take your share of berries and fish and egg.
Pet, 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 pet.
So, not that I'm not happy to be alive, but what are we going to do?
I don't know.
Survive and possibly find a way back to civilization, or at least try to not be killed by James's phantom people.
Hmm?
You know, the people that he thinks he knows are on this island.
Oh.
Hey, if you want to disprove that javelin, go ahead. All the more power to you.
There is a dead man over there. Or woman. Can't tell. Not from here anyway.
Why did we build our campfire so close to that person?
Oh, because they're
No.
just bones at this point. If you don't like them, just
Oh.
cover them back up with sand.
I mean,
It probably is a safe bet to assume there's something on this island, whether or not it's humans or animals that can maul our faces off.
It's always a good idea to assume such things.
Maybe I'm a friendly raptor.
Yep.
Yeah, if it's more raptors, I'm going to need a new arm after this. He just continues looking at his arm. It's covered in scratches.
well,
I have no idea about the variants of raptors, let alone if there is more than one kind. So for us, sakes and purposes, I really hope there's not more, considering cats vary from little household cats to tigers. That might fall in the same line for raptors. And considering how he is roughly the size of a house cat, I would not want to meet one that's about the size of a tiger.
That is safe to assume.
How big's a tiger?
Big.
Oh, pretty big. Say like, oh, longer than our old tusky friend over here is tall.
Hmm.
They're a bit longer.
You can kind of see like he's kind of like with his fingers just kind of make kind of like a motion like measuring him out with his fingers, then looking at the raptor, like kind of trying to imagine like a big version of the raptor.
How many raptors per tiger do we get? Well, I guess any place on this island is as good as here.
Hmm.
I prefer somewhere
shot-
with a shelter, but this will do.
Yeah, we can
Aye,
figure
that's
that up
incredible.
later.
Besides, given time, I'm sure we can make like oxen and stuff. Maybe chop down a few trees and actually build something out here.
Yeah, the players most players have mostly spent the day just gathering food,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which is a completely valid use of your day.
Mhm.
Not dying of starvation is a very good start.
Also not having to eat beets.
Though a valid concern would normally be not having enough fresh water, but I think the group handles that as well.
Great water.
There we go.
Just have a few gallons.
Same.
Ugh, magic.
You know, there are
Aye.
birds around us, right? Like in the trees.
Yes.
Arbically eats an egg.
There was
Yes.
until
So-
our book scared them away chasing their eggs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you not want eggs?
Are there any, like, that we can see from here by any chance?
You can like see a couple of birds in the trees.
Okay. Now, if I was to cast magic missile on them, that can't miss, right?
If
It
they are within
can't
range, you
miss.
cannot miss with magic missile.
So I could go kill some birds for us, right?
If
I don't
you
know how.
If you wanted, you could essentially anti-air turret birds.
And Tommy definitely didn't give me this idea or anything, not at all.
It's a good idea.
It is.
Uh,
All right.
Yeah, but
If
we
I-
have
if
food
Ari-
right
if
now.
Ari
Perhaps
just-
save it for.
If Ari decides she wants to suddenly mow down the local parrot population,
Well, we only have 2 days worth, or 3 days worth, depending on if Tommy goes, or I guess James goes over and makes rum out of that.
I'd like to have some rum. Just saying.
That is true. I don't. Would magic missile make the birds explode?
Well, technically, it's just a force effect, meaning it's blunt force trauma.
Oh, okay, so they just die.
yeah, they won't explode unless you like sent like tons of missiles at a single bird.
Well, I can cast 2.
Like if you use them both on the same bird, you might cause the bird to kind of splat a little bit.
But I think
Just
the
one-
first one would kill it.
Just one will probably knock the bird out of the sky.
Okay,
I mean, sleep might be better if we find like a family. And just.
that is also true. I could make a bunch of birds fall asleep and then we can maul them.
I'm glad we're thinking of magic.
Yeah.
Actually,
Got a lot of magic here.
what Devlin said about shelter is true. We did kind of just come out of a storm. Could Arbok try and predict the weather?
Arbok can try to predict the weather. It's not the easiest task, but he can try it with a magic check.
Yeah.
So,
Supposed to
ro-
roll this in secret, yeah.
Yes, it needs to be rolling secret. Just tell me your bonus.
My bonus is +6.
Okay. Arbok is unsure what the weather will be tomorrow.
Oh, well, I think the trees will be good enough for shelter for now, but we should find something better.
Could I try to aid him? Is it too late?
You can try your own attempt.
I'll try my own attempt then. It's a +4. Survival, yeah.
I roll it.
Plus-
I roll
plus
it.
4, yeah.
I roll it because the GM ends up rolling it.
Mhm.
Well, Celia actually has an idea of what she thinks the weather could be tomorrow. She has a feeling tomorrow the storm you just escaped from might be back.
Yeah, I think shelters would be a very good idea because the way those clouds are going, The storm we've escaped may be coming back this way. Now,
Oh.
Hey, that's
I don't
fair.
know
We
how
can.
we'd survive it better than, we can't exactly build a giant house, but something to just keep the rain off would be nice.
Could
There's
try
also
a
some-
cave.
There's also something to be said about going deeper into the forest. With that many trees around, it should block out most of it.
It would stop some of it, and it would give us more materials for building a shelter.
Arguably, that's where things live, though.
That is true.
And if a storm is coming in, going more inland, away from, the ocean, may be a good idea.
Yeah.
Besides, if we run across anything that's trying to kill us, we can probably kill it first.
We have a knife and a javelin.
And some
Oh.
sticks.
You have teeth.
I might be able to put
Yes,
it to
but
sleep.
that doesn't mean I want to use them.
And we have a raptor.
Aye, and we've got at least one god on our side.
I guess that's true. You have your magic types.
Well, I mean, Shaylin is with me.
Either way, I'm sure we can handle it.
Well, it's not like we're
Try not to draw the
anything better
entire
to do than
island
wander.
on us.
Well.
Well, there's one last thing I want to check out before we go to bed. If you guys want to work on that shelter idea, I want to go check out one last thing.
Okay.
The waterfall of the picture, that's there, right?
There is indeed a waterfall.
I'd like to walk over to that and check underneath it, because waterfalls always kind of have caves underneath them.
Yeah, sometimes they do, yeah.
You trek your way towards the waterfall. It's a 10-15 minute walk.
Yep.
Not bad. Heading your way around. And indeed, actually, back there, the waterfall does have a small wet cave behind it. Though James Fenn wouldn't be able to see anything.
You will walk back and hold off on the shelter, guys.
Oh.
Found a cave.
Oh.
That'll probably do well. Though, you gotta make sure that it's not on the tide line. Don't want to be flooded during the night.
That'd be
That'll
bad.
be fun.
Either way, let's go check it out.
Yep. I think everyone should come with me, just in case there's, giant raptors or tigers.
As annoying as you are most of the
Can
time,
I
splitting up
Do
is a bad
something
idea right
before
now.
we go off to this cave.
Sure.
Sure.
Ari wandered a bit into the trees, enough to make sure that if she was to cast sleep, she wasn't going to hit anyone else with it. Like, for example, James who's right next to her. So she moves right about here.
Well,
Sleep isn't a burst around you.
Yeah,
Sleep is
it's
a burst
a-
to target.
Yeah, you can target like 25 feet away, and then it
Oh, okay.
bursts up.
Mhm.
So yeah, you can do,
Sleep's
like-
100 feet,
there.
so you can do it really far.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Jesus
Mhm.
Christ.
It's a
Okay,
medium
okay.
spell.
Yeah, sleep is a mini sniping spell.
There we go. Then, she can. Here, let me bring up my character sheet. She casts sleep more or less in the middle of the trees in hopes of making a bunch of birds fall out.
I mean... what's your charisma modifier?
Look at your core sheet. It should be just next to your. It should. Yeah, just keep your character card open. That's going to be important.
Okay.
Scroll down. Core.
How much
You
charisma?
can double click the top of your character card to kind of minimize it, and it will create like a tiny
Yeah.
panel on your screen.
Scroll down more. Charisma, right there. 4. See, it says 18 there. That's your
Okay.
actual number, and then 4.
So 4.
Okay. Ari manages Ari manages to knock out enough birds to count as 1 day worth of food.
Nice.
1 day for everybody?
No, just one ration.
Oh, okay.
Hey, food is food at this point.
Which I now probably push you up to a nice tidy 14, meaning exactly 2 days.
Yay.
Nobody goes hungry. Luckily, Stephen Mortius can kind of manage themselves by magic and shrimp.
Uh-huh. All right, I guess we're gonna wander over to the cave.
Yeah.
So you wander to the cave.
Also, you never know. Or it could have been an old pirate. Might have some treasure here or something.
What
Alright.
is with you and obsessing over treasure?
Well,
It's
it
a
is
tenet that
shiny.
I follow.
It is
I
shiny,
embody-
but we have more important things to worry about right now.
Aye, but it's never off my mind.
Damn pirates.
Okay. So you wander over towards the waterfall again. That's there. You approach up towards the waterfall. The cave. You can kind of make out behind it vaguely as the water
I
rushes
cast
past.
dancing lights.
Congrats, you can now definitely see. Okay, there is definitely a cave back there behind it. The cave isn't the easiest thing to get necessarily to. It's a bit of a slippery edge to it, or you can just try and force your way through the waterfall, but that actually might hurt a little bit.
I can confirm. Will hurt.
You can always try to skimmy around the edge. Just be careful not to slip.
Mm-hmm.
Which is to either climb or acrobatics to kind of shimmy around the edge,
I'm gonna acrobatics.
if that's what the group wants to do.
Acrobatics, yeah.
Of course, you can decide to aid another creature when you're doing this, essentially helping them kind of let them hold on to you a little bit.
Okay.
Nice.
Who's
I'm
good
going
at
to
walk?
I'm
Can I-
really good at
can I just
acrobatics.
Can I just sort of cling to James as he acrobatics?
Yes, I'll allow
Not-
you to do
not-
that.
Not even asking him, just sort of seeing he's about to do it, just sort of jump on his back.
Sure.
Oh dear.
Hey, I'm coming.
I can probably help someone with climb.
He picked me
That
up
would be
earlier,
nice,
That
actually.
means I get to ride him when I like.
Oh God.
Oh my.
Is that an intrinsic right you have?
Yes.
Fine.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. 1 second. Good. Good. Good.
He does quickly
You-
climb off again once we're through the waterfall.
So who wants my help?
I could use it.
Okay. Meh. And I guess I'll go first. Because if I die, it means you'll probably die. Eh.
Well, Mr. Arbok.
Oh God. It's too slippery.
It is pretty slippery, and the water's rushing past pretty fast, and... Well, Mr. Arbok, you're going for a swim.
Can I just see Arbok like slides? Like he gets on it one bit, is like I got this, and then kind of just slides down very slowly. Or actually, how slowly is it? Does he take any damage from this?
You're tumbling down into the water pretty damn quick.
Okay. Maybe taking damage from
Next question
this.
is, can Arbok swim?
Yes, to some degree.
Because now's the time to find out if he can swim.
How treacherous is the water? Is it pretty rough?
It's not super rough.
Okay, I'll just rope in. Hey, slightly better.
Just enough that you kind of maintain yourself despite the waterfall there in the little bit section. The water here is mostly pretty calm. It's mostly the waterfall causing disruptions.
Arbok just shows up. I'll be back in a second.
Yeep. Nope.
And Devlin now takes a nosedive.
Wee.
But
Oh boy.
Devlin can swim just fine. Yeah. It's calls out. Why are you guys being so slow?
Shut up.
Oh dear.
Blah. But Ari. Can Ari swim?
Surround
You know-
incompetence.
Good question.
Let's find out.
I-
Ari can swim.
Just-
Ari can just barely swim.
Do you want to try and pick me before we
Oh
go
my God,
try
I just
again?
thought, this is the bridge all over again.
This
Yep.
is the bridge all over again.
Do you guys need help?
Yes.
A little
I
bit.
think they need a lot
I'm not
of
even
help,
gonna
but
try
not all
this.
of it's the kind we can provide.
Because certainly at least Ace will go ahead and try to help carry someone else across. As much as he's enjoyed just watching people kind of fall in.
Oh, I won't take his aid, but I'll try and go across again. Second time the charm? No.
Nope.
If anything, it's worse.
Yeah, he'd try to help. Probably try to help Ari across.
Okay.
Actually, that's slightly better. It's one better.
Now stay here while I go help our larger friends. James sets the halfling down.
Yeah,
I take offense to that.
that's what that's Ari manages to also get across now. Come, it's not that hard. Come, hold on. Just kind of grabs you as you fall. No, like this.
Thank you.
Come, my pirate friend, we must go.
All right, fine. Here we go.
At least I'm not drowning.
17. I don't know if that's enough.
17 is enough.
Okay.
Oh, good.
The
Thank you.
DC, the DC is not ridiculously high.
Okay, third time the charm.
I did
Go.
it.
Fucking okay. Give me like 5 more rounds and I'll make
Can
it.
someone help the orc through?
That's Slapper.
You're rolling really badly there, J-Mac. That
At least I'm not
He's
rolling
fine on his
badly on my
swim, he's rolling
swims.
amazingly on his swims.
I will go out to. I suppose Ace can go again to help the orc now.
He does a
Can you
butterfly
just-
stroke.
Would it be any better if you just took 10 on it? Could you
I,
take 10
oh
on it?
yeah, that's a thing people can do.
Yes, you could have taken 10.
Can I take 10? That'd bring me to an 18.
Oh my god.
And I guess with Ace's help that'd be enough.
20.
Like, shut up, I forgot about taking.
As you're being now hand-holded across. Hand-holded across. Come on.
Arbrook looks really grumpy, and also his hands are kinda hurt.
And
He's
he's
kind of-
really wet.
He's kind of done how many belly flops at this point?
Like, 3, 4, 4, 3?
Hey,
Three.
with those swim checks, it was a graceful dive into the water.
I'm just pointing out though, like some of these people though are like dripping wet, and then there are some characters who just succeeded first try who are just bone dry.
Hello. And then there's characters that cheated their way across.
Arbrook doesn't
Don't-
Look, we've all been
I do it-
To be fair, I'd probably just fall over and over again if I didn't have help.
Mm.
Yeah, why do the work whenever you
Yeah,
can have someone help you across?
There's a reason I just jumped on his back. You know, my character does not have good acrobatics or climb.
Yeah, neither does mine.
Yeah.
You know,
It's fine, but I still did it.
You know,
Oh, shut up.
Meanwhile, some characters like James and Ace have ridiculous bonuses on their acrobatics.
Whee!
As we're competing at what plus 9 and plus 12, which is pretty good.
Yep.
Pussy did not help. Well, apart from the swim.
I mean, you didn't drown. No one started to drown, which is good.
Yeah. You know, drowning at the start of this campaign would be kind of ironic.
Because I mean, even at late levels, drowning is dangerous. Because drowning can kill you in 3 turns.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it's dangerous. I'm just meaning, like, okay, we survived the shipwreck. Yay, first day on the
There's no drowning.
You drowned in a waterfall.
Ah, God.
The group though sees this small tunnel kind of snake along up ahead, lit by dancing lights now.
Is there a map for this?
There will be.
Cool.
Just has to draw it first.
Arbrook's gonna offer. I guess I'll go in front. I know we have. It kind of looks at the dancing lights like, okay, we have views, but I have good dark vision.
You know, I am quite happy to have a big slab of meat in front of me.
Great, I'm glad to know I'm useful.
I'll go with. Keep the lights with me. We'll go ahead. I'll take points with him.
Yeah, I have a friend.
I can go up with you. I can go up with you. I can see
Sure.
I can see well in the dark.
Oh dear.
That works.
Because mechanically low light vision.
Yeah, I don't think. Wait, no, okay, yeah, Carrie has a half elf, she has a light vision.
James meanwhile just a normal human up the front.
Yep.
It's okay.
Special vision.
Arbrook will try and make sure that he doesn't slip. Ironically.
So we've got. Okay, so I just want to kind of be marching order. So we've got James, Arbok, and Ace, and then I suppose the rest of them kind of just behind.
Yep.
Because you begin to wander through and turning the corners. The cave is damp and cold. There is this constant whistling sound as the wind blows past the entrance. There was harmonic whistling that is very eerie. That if not stopped, Ace will try to mimic with his performed wind instrument.
Wait, hold on, I have a harmonica.
Whistling.
Oh my lord.
Oh god.
J-Mac is now on audio for this game.
Perhaps not.
I don't know why I have this. I'm not gonna keep doing that.
Whistling. As the group moves down through the twisting tunnels, the air becoming slightly more stagnant as you kind of go. There is an odd smell in the tunnel, an odd one.
Looks at James.
Let one go. Jeez. One next time.
And as the light kind of illuminates the hallways up ahead, it will reveal something. Let's have a look at what exactly you managed to reveal.
Bees.
Shall be exciting.
No bees.
Sea bees. Sea bees.
Suddenly crashing mine. Apparently. There we go.
Okay. As up ahead, well, how about the three people leading roll perception checks?
Oh yes. Is this? I'm assuming this isn't to spot hidden objects.
This is for listening in this case.
Okay. No
Hear
special
that
bonuses.
secret door.
Yay, 17.
I did it!
Wow!
That's,
Oh my lord, that's 0.
Jesus, how? Okay.
-2 wisdom.
I have -2 wisdom too.
Why?
Oh, the glorious 0. I knew you would come up one day.
Uh,
I mean,
Beyond my ability to like swim and climb a singular tree, my rolls are not doing well.
Arbok can hear noises from up ahead, like a rustling sound, and he also smell what's a little bit smell of burning, like a fire.
I bet Kev looks James. Hear that?
A little bit.
You know what?
Some fire ahead. Rustling noises. People are doing a rustling down there.
You sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
fairly
think
sure. Unless I'm
Wherever it is,
hallucinating.
we should go quietly.
You want me to scout ahead?
I can come with.
Alright.
Garvin, still got that dagger?
I got it.
Yar. James, maybe you should, or Ace, maybe you should take this. The dagger.
Javelin.
Ace has the javelin, so
Well, James, or do you still have your bone club?
I'll take the dagger.
It's
Okay,
technically
fair.
possible.
Here you go. I'll swap it out for the club.
We'll be back in a bit. Actually, what's the point?
Mhm.
James, you need
Yeah.
light to see.
Yes.
Or you just gotta like, are we gonna form like human
You lead
centipede
me.
and have? Yeah,
You lead me and I'll aid another your stealth.
thank you.
Teamwork.
Yay! Okay. Go power stealth. Fuck. Come on!
I aided.
You did, but it's still annoying.
And I'll roll my one because might as well.
Yep. Watch, he just like blows us out of water. See? Exactly. It's bonus. Oh no. Rose, come on.
As the group move up ahead, let's see if you are detected.
Actually, wait. I'm gonna use inspired. My once per day roll twice and take the better. Because,
Oh my god, you have that?
yep, screw it,
Sure.
I'm using it. I hate.
You're supposed to declare it before. Oh no! Come on, let's be
Are
fun.
you? Okay. I'll
Roll-
note that down and make sure that I
roll-
never do that
Roll
again.
twice and take the higher. It's not a reroll.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Sorry.
Let's go.
I got a 10. I'm not bad 10.
I mean, you got better.
That's
Yes.
important,
Basically,
you know,
plus 6.
getting better.
Yay.
As the group can indeed move up ahead closer.
Waddle waddle.
Let's see if you're detected now. Admittedly, your foes here are not the best perceivers in the world.
You say it's to roll 20. Okay, close.
Getting closer. Oh.
I called it.
No, that doesn't
That-
see
no,
us.
No, because of the aid, it doesn't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, James aided you, meaning you technically got 19.
Oh,
And
nice.
skill rolls don't auto succeed on 20.
Mm-hmm.
They do not.
That fails. That fails. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
jeez, there's a lot of them.
Okay. As the group, as kind of the three kind of step up ahead, getting closer, they can. Everyone can now at this point smell the smoke of a campfire and what smells like smoked meat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I'm getting hungry.
As you can also hear odd voices from up ahead.
Odd?
They are very high-pitched voices.
Like goblin voices?
Hard to exactly tell. Maybe.
Goblin or kobold?
Look. Though certainly Ace kind of stops. Ace kind of stops.
Wait, what was that?
Ace kind of stops too. Hey.
Hmm?
Ooh, they're having dinner.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, they went hunting.
Probably. Unless you just ate caddies.
No, they went hunting. They found some humans.
Are we caddies friends? Could you tell from
You're
the smell?
saying-
No, I'm listening to what they're saying.
Oh.
Oh. Well, what are they saying?
They're just talking. They're just talking about hunting today.
Oh.
What language is this?
Yeah.
Goblin.
Right.
How else would it be?
They're
Silly?
eating. Did they actually hunt people down?
They found humans. Stole their stuff.
Oh, they stole our stuff.
Well, I don't know if it's us.
Perhaps
But
it was us. We were.
that does
we
mean
have
there's
no idea
other
how long we
people.
were unconscious for.
How much stuff did we have to steal?
Not a whole lot.
Seriously.
They seem to be eating right now.
There you go, coming back and telling the rest of us this.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll come back.
But this at least confirms their suspicions of there being other people. Yes, let's waddle back to the rest.
You can certainly waddle back.
Waddle.
When you tell the rest of us that you know, there's goblins up there, Celia will basically let out a string of what you could understand as curses, but I believe only Ace could actually understand her. 'Cause
What is it?
She too would be speaking in Goblin.
As Ace just kind of basically replies back in Goblin. You know some mean words now.
Yes, there was supposed to be.
What?
Well, if
Well,
if it's goblins, is it?
Goblins.
Well,
Oh,
good,
okay.
because if it's goblins, then we should be able to just kill them and take their stuff.
They're not all bad.
No, but most.
I
of
mean-
them.
Do we have to kill them?
We also don't know what they have. It could be very dangerous for us to go and attack them.
You said
Oh.
they're eating people. I doubt we can just go up to them and talk to them.
Yeah.
They were talking
Wait,
about
Wait, they're eating people? Oh.
Yeah,
We're
lad, you
people.
trust
Yeah.
me, goblins are on the seas and stuff. They're not exactly just gotta shy away from that kind of thing.
No, I've met my fair share of reputable goblins, but I've also met my fair share of evil goblins.
Goblins can be nice.
They can
Yeah, I
be.
don't think these ones are. We're eating people.
Nah, these aren't. So don't feel bad. Just take what they got.
Well, if they're cannibals, I suppose Shaylin will forgive us for this.
They're not cannibals. They're not eating other goblins.
Though they might do that as well.
That might be true.
That might have. Either way, they're at the very least eat people. So we should just go on in, bash them over the head, take what they got.
That's the point
Also
that if they
purpose-
find us, they probably won't give us the same treatment as we potentially would give them.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Quick question, Dark. Because
Yes.
I'm an idiot and I forget these things. Did you say we start with first level spells, but no like spell book or focus or things like that?
If you are a prepared caster, then you've just got your cantrips, and that's pretty much it. If you're a spontaneous caster, then yeah, you can have you can prepare all the spells you want and use all the spells you want, but you have no material components and focuses available.
That is good. This will affect my battle plan, which is why I was asking.
Because if you have any spells that need focuses, for example, it's like, well, nope.
I've specifically spent half this session checking what spells have focuses and material components. Fortunately, I can use all my spells but 2. One
Yeah,
of which is
nice.
light, which is really annoying.
It's always annoying when certain cantrips just have that.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big reasons why I took Dancing Lights.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of the reasons why I'm really glad I got a brand on my hand that is my holy symbol.
Mm-hmm. It means you
'Cause
can't.
I don't need to worry about that kind of stuff now.
You
The
can,
holy symbol is complicated.
the only way you can be disarmed of your holy symbol is to be disarmed, literally.
Yeah, and even then it might not, because this is tied directly to my goddess, so it might reappear somewhere else on my body.
That might take some time, though.
Hey,
True.
Dark, could I technically use Ari as my divine focus? Did you know those tattoos?
Admittedly, her tattoos are, but I would say
Some of them are magical.
No, it was just a daft thought. I wasn't expecting a yes.
it's amusing, though.
You know how Dark is. If an idea is amusing, he might just say you can do it.
So I mean, you have to pick up Harry, because I don't know if you're going to match that.
Yeah, that's I think the big
Yeah,
issue.
no, that's why I'm not thinking it would work. I purely said it for a laugh.
I'm actually
Yeah,
really glad Besmar is pretty simple in that her symbol is just a skull and crossbones.
Okay.
I'm a martial character. I don't know what your problem is.
Ah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
But are we all agreed on doing this?
Yeah, I guess.
Yarr.
I suppose
Okay, well, who's going to be up front and fighting?
Nice.
Reluctantly puts hand up.
Okay.
The 3 martial characters.
I like.
So we'll just pose. Let's pose.
Okay, James, have heals.
Wow.
Wow.
Arbuck.
Refreshing.
Oh. Apparently Shaylin doesn't appreciate you,
wish-
James.
I kind of wish you
Sure.
hadn't said that, because I could have just channeled.
Um,
Well, too late. Unless you want to heal the rest of us.
I don't we do this sooner?
Yeah, if you.
well, I mean, you could channel in the middle of combat.
Yeah, but that
This is
also
kind
healed
of this
them.
is kind of a preemptive thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
it's too late now. Well, thank you.
besides, how is everyone else healed up?
I'm at full health. Apparently, I only got off with 2.
down. Yeah, 2 down.
I'm missing 2.
Yeah, I think everyone's missing 2.
I'm missing
I was,
3.
I was missing 3 as well, but obviously that's healed.
Every character is missing either 2 or 3 hit points.
Hey,
And
everyone
everyone
gains
is fully
5.
healed.
Well, thank you, Garvin. Thank you, Devlin.
Welcome.
I said you got out of a storm shipwreck. You got remarkably well out of it.
All right.
God, it's done.
Given the solid metal chains that are still attached to everyone, like are also kind of snapped into.
My goddess wants me to keep my crew up and going. So
Please don't call me that.
Oh, cracks knuckles. Let's go, guys.
What was that D6?
Yeah.
That's channeling, I think.
Was
Yeah, that was channel energy.
That heals everyone.
Channel positive. So everyone adds 5 HP.
I suppose everyone's at full health.
Ta-da.
Yay!
Here, we gotta be a bit sneaky going in there. Adam, though. Catch him by surprise and all that.
Okay, nobody accidentally knock
I'm not
everything
very
over.
good at that.
Trigger burst.
Promises.
Just make
I'm
sure not to
remarkably bad at it.
Yeah, I have to
Just
agree
try.
with that one.
Just try not to get hurt for a bit. They're goblins. They're not.
Now that
They don't
I
really
can
look too
manage.
well. Should be
If-
all right.
If you guys would let us know when we're getting near, I will say I will be activating my mystery talent.
Ooh.
And briefly, whoever's around will see basically a bunch of stars appear over her clothing, which then just fade because it's crappy, ragged clothing. But I get +4 AC, so I don't care.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something else that will also occur is as everyone's kind of getting ready for this. Ace just kind of smirks a little bit and just kind of looks at Arbok.
Mm.
Sticks out his tongue slightly as he just suddenly seems to shift. It looks identical to Arbok suddenly.
Okay, just looks like this more.
Ain't you clever lad?
Gently pokes him on the face.
It feels real. It feels also like orc skin.
Oh.
Nice trick.
Now I'm big
What?
strong orc as well.
Also fat, but yeah.
He does not gain the
No,
bite
you
attack.
shouldn't talk. You
I
shouldn't
just
talk about
like-
yourself that way.
I do not gain the bite attack, unfortunately.
Albert Kev just looks at the difference. I am.
Fat is good. Fat is healthy.
I do however gain alter self's ability of +2 strength bonus.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Well, I guess we try be stealthy now.
Mm-hmm.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Oh, lovely.
Yep, be nice and sneaky.
Good luck.
As we begin ambush tactics.
Mm-hmm.
Time to.
This may not work with the entire group trying to stealth, but they can try.
Oh, I'm
That's
not
the problem.
trying.
No,
I'm not trying to
just want a
stealth. I'm
surprise.
staying behind.
We're just trying to get a surprise round here. If we don't get it, that's fine.
I'm actually gonna
But if
make
we
the
do,
right
it's gonna be
choice and
great.
stay behind as well.
Nice.
Hey, stealth. Stealth. Hey.
It's going off to a good
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to be one of the ones that goes in immediately. So
One second, I just need to set the buff on my own character sheet for the +2 strength I now have. Because that's pretty nice to have +2 strength.
Yeah.
Also, I also forgot. I gained dark vision because I turned into orc. Yes.
Yep.
I gained vision.
It's dark. Must be in a whale.
Good to remember. It's good to remember I inherit stuff like dark vision. I completely forgot about that.
You all have better modifiers than me. Makes me sad.
Ha ha ha.
I could have made that higher. I could have turned into a halfling.
yeah, but
That's
you're. Oh yeah, that's true. Since you're actually now a medium-sized creature, you're not getting your +4 from being small.
Well, I wasn't small before.
He's just
Okay.
short.
I was short, but I wasn't small. But I could have turned into a small-sized creature.
Mhm.
Which would have been
Yeah,
+5 to my stealth in total. 1 dex and then 5 and 4 size.
Yeah, let those guys go in as the surprise then.
In which case, combat will
Surprise.
initialize with a surprise round for those 3 characters, and then every other character will act, including the goblins, will act normally in the next round.
Cool.
Okay then, sounds good. So you guys get a standard action, but you can half charge. So
Here it is.
If you go ahead and look down to the bottom left,
There's a big fire. And some goblins.
welcome to the fight.
Fight, 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 fight.
Wait, they have. Yes!
What?
What?
Nothing.
What?
Okay, someone roll it. Okay, good. I was gonna say someone roll before me because I'm scared.
that's okay though. You're getting a surprise round, so you're
Oh,
automatically
someone's
going
actually
first, or like forward. James technically goes first.
I have
Unless-
set my shortcuts for it. Yeah. We must have the same modifier.
Oh, yeah. Kylie, what you want to do for initiative is just click on your token, and then
Okay.
on your sheet under core there will be a bit saying initiative. It
Okay.
is underneath hit point. Yeah, it's underneath your health.
Yeah. And as long as you've got your token clicked, it will auto add it to the
Mhm.
to the initiative.
Which is something we end up half doing half the time and half not.
So don't feel
Also-
bad if you miss.
Dark, you added the fire to initiative.
The
It's
secret
an
boss.
elemental.
There we go. See? Oh, God damn it, your turn.
Shh, the fire elemental's best friend.
The only good thing is that Tinder's going after me.
Okay, where am I?
Remember, my raptor gives me +4
You're
initiative,
under
so.
Steve.
Fair enough.
Right.
Yeah, bottom left.
Yes, familiars do not need to be added to initiative, of course.
Exact on your
Yeah,
turn.
on there.
Yep, and now let me just roll for the goblins' initiatives. Goblins, what's your initiative bonus? That's your initiative bonus. 1,
50.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well,
dear.
we're going last.
Surprise. Yeah.
Surprising absolutely nobody.
I go in front of one goblin at least, which is, ooh, that's actually really good for me because I have murderous command.
17,
Ooh, ha, ha.
12,
Oh, and he's the guy right next to the
19,
chieftain.
And a different guy.
and now I need
Yes,
to roll
push
for
your
the
fellow
chieftain.
man into the fire.
I don't see a fire, actually.
It's in the middle, like right there.
I don't see it, so I'm gonna
Oh
reload
yeah,
the
he
page.
does, and I'm looking at his screen right now. That's
Oh,
he not there, Tommy.
strange. Just look at guys.
God damn. I'm gonna add that to it. I'll refresh the page and I'll find it then.
Okay, officially though, the surprise round, since it's a surprise round, we'll start off with James Fenn having initiative.
Hey!
You get a single action.
A single action, eh? Well, my action could be fairly simple. I'm gonna half move up to there, staying stealthed.
Sure, you can remain stealthed, since you have not been discovered yet.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Coward.
I'm not a coward. I got a plan.
Does your plan involve killing them all
Yes.
before they kill us?
Yes.
It is true. Anything that tries to go past him is gonna get shanked.
Yeah, in
Of
future
course-
combat, Celia may or may not actually be saying these things. It's just because we're stealth that she isn't.
For some reason, I can't get to the normal weapons page for the SRD right now.
Oh yeah, it's a bit finicky.
It keeps sending me to a completely different page.
I got it.
Yeah,
Open
do you
game
need,
content.
I mentioned it earlier.
I'm just looking for the weapon damage table. That's all.
I sent you the link. If that might send you there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it sent me to the correct place.
Okay. Because it's good to know exactly how much damage we're talking here.
Yep.
Yeah.
12.
Are you talking about the javelin?
Partly for the javelin, yes, because that's my own weapon, which I also need to know very well.
Question.
For the steady stick they have.
Yes, what's the question?
What kind of weapons are they carrying?
That is a valid question. One moment.
Looks like daggers to me.
They are carrying short swords and
Cool.
and short bows, those small-sized, because they're goblins.
Ah.
So
Glad
they're
you're happy.
effectively daggers for our purposes.
Though the handles are a bit too short, so you take a -2.
Oh,
Well, we can still use them as tools, just not weapons.
Yes. What's the range increment on javelin? 30 feet. Okay. It's good. It's good to know your range increments.
hmm
And also javelins crit on only a ×2. Okay. Let's not let's be fair. That's great. Well, given we have a surprise round, I could just try throwing this from here.
You could.
you could.
Take a -2, but that's fine.
Then
You
would
could-
be unarmed again.
I have an idea.
They would-
No,
They
you're
also,
not
they
going
also
to
be
go.
flat-footed since it's round 1 as well.
True.
True. Yeah. Which for goblins, that's actually a really important thing. since they're mostly dex.
I'd chuck it.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Gotcha.
This goblin, you are my target.
That works.
As I will chuck this and -2.
Oh, nice.
17 for 6 damage as I throws the javelin, which well, the goblin looks pretty hurt by that actually.
Which one did you hit?
I hit this one,
Okay.
Okay.
Yum.
who kind of now has a javelin sticking out of him, is kind of like clutching his chest,
Oh, jeez.
kind of coughing up,
Very confused.
kind of
I am the meat.
coughing up blood a little bit. Albert.
I guess I could try and stay stealth. I can't really. I don't think I can charge, can I?
You
Nah.
you can charge, but you can only charge your normal move speed of 30 feet.
So no. I guess I'll just join James.
Just try hide and stealthing.
Work.
So essentially, Ace has just made himself like, hi everyone.
Hi, I'm a
I'm
target.
Admittedly, I think I have the highest AC of everyone because I have base AC 15.
Yes.
17.
All right,
13.
cycle back through.
Fair enough.
James.
They really admit you're using
Not
magic of...
based. Yeah, this is after buffs.
Okay, now initiative resets. Round to normal.
Oh, nope, goblin. Yeah,
As the
Gobbo won.
as normal initiative triggers, and the goblins are a little bit upset by this.
A little bit. Reasonably.
This goblin is going to go ahead and he'll charge because that's what a goblin would do.
I disarm him as he runs past me.
Wait, you will try to disarm him as he runs past you.
I'm going, I know.
Oh
So
wait.
he broke an attack opportunity from both of you.
Ha 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 ha. Num num.
24.
Can you choose the power attack on any attack?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Typically, you're supposed to choose at the start of your attacking flurry.
Okay.
And then
Yeah,
it basically stays until the start of next turn. But since you haven't attacked your turn this turn, you decide now.
Did you just bite him to death?
Yeah.
Yes.
So James is now holding his offhand a small-sized short sword that's really awkward to hold.
Yep.
Meanwhile, flying meanwhile, just thrown into the wall by the bite attack.
Yeah, as he runs past Arbok, kind of just lunges out of his teeth and like digs into his neck. It's
I
actually
do
very
remember
awkward.
That was
James
the thing.
I imagine James Fenn grabbing the sword, like, oh shit, he's gonna bite him. Grabbing the sword, don't hurt yourself. Yoink.
It's very awkward because the goblin's very short and Arbok's kind of tall.
Don't bite the sword, don't bite the sword. There you go.
Imagine this is kind of what it would look like if he was trying to do like the apple dunking thing.
Oh yeah.
Tasty.
Oh god, that image.
Oh dear.
I have no such security this time. Surely you can't do it a second time.
Surely not.
There's actually no more in this case, considering they just had that happen and they saw someone just die. This goblin's going to move over to here, drawing his short bow, and is going to fire at James Fenn.
Do they have +1 Bab? Because if not, he doesn't have the actions to shoot.
I'm pretty sure the goblin does have +1 Bab.
If they have 1 hit dice in their D8 characters, they don't.
I'm pretty sure that. I'll double check what it says in here. No, they have base attack -1. That is correct.
Okay.
The goblins have to be good for something, Big B.
Oh wait, they're monstrous humanoids, aren't they? No, they're humanoids. So they should
Yeah,
have.
they're humanoids, but they advance by class level, so they're probably first level warriors with 1 Bab.
I guess that's probably true. Pity.
As it will go ahead and fire the short bow at James Fenn.
Ah! Miss.
James Fenn, it is your initiative.
Cool.
Charge. Maybe.
There is a fire, so be careful.
Mhm.
If you're charging, you must charge to what is the
I
definitive
recommend
defensive
this
space.
one.
Actually, I want to charge this one. Yeah, that seems safer. Yeah, I'll charge this one. And then I'll dagger him in the head.
Okay, attempt to charge and dagger him in the head.
Sure, you can kill him.
Stabby,
It's armored
stabby.
wand. But stabbing's probably better.
Well, another one dead.
Knife.
Is that including
No,
the charge
because-
bonus?
Oh yeah, the
the surprise round is over. The goblin ducks.
Oof.
Like I said, is that including the charge bonus?
Yes, unfortunately.
You missed the
Oh.
goblin.
You did charge right up to one who's in the vertical.
He looks at James.
Aye.
He tries to stab James.
Miss.
James is agile. Who'd have thought it?
I'll go ahead and move up to here. And hey, you're not allowed to shoot stuff. I don't have a bow.
Throw a rock.
I'm going to go ahead and throw a projectile at this one because it has a bow out, shooting people.
Hey, for a rock.
Well, as a choice weapon though that we have available, I've got a bone to pick with you.
He's a Marowak. Bone club. Bone meringue.
Just throwing random bits of that skeleton from earlier. 4 damage.
Boop.
You know the fact he's also now a 6 foot, maybe 7 foot tall orc.
That is true. He is getting a. Yeah. All right, and
This goblin, who is clenching, barely standing, with victorious will in him, he will try to stab James.
Oh, you hit.
Oh god, James. No.
Yeah.
And with the goblin's final breath before he falls unconscious from the injury of the javelin, he does 2 damage.
Oh no!
Scathing.
As the goblin is now bleeding out,
Hey,
unconscious.
that's impressive. That goblin does as much damage as a storm.
Yeah, that's
That is
impressive.
true.
You are the power of a
Oh.
raging typhoon.
We
Ignore
should
the-
call
make a
him
man out of him, though?
Vash. Let's call him Vash.
Yes.
What about Milan?
Mage's turn.
Oh,
It's
Also
best if he's a
raised
man or a
mage.
woman goblin.
The goblin mage invokes his mighty powers to slay these heathens.
I'm gonna roll spellcraft because I can.
no.
Yeah, same.
I
Boop.
can't simply.
Did I actually pick up spellcraft? I did. Good. Oh, my rolls. Why?
He's casting sleep.
Oh,
Where?
Uh-oh.
God, no.
Yeah. We're at.
Well, orc, me.
Oh god, I'm glad I'm not over there. I don't have a will
Will
save.
save.
Oh god.
Oh,
I got an
see,
18.
that's reasonable.
Wait, you did it.
That's reasonable.
Actually, so I got a 16. You got an 18 because it is of course a compulsion, being sent to sleep. We both resist.
Sweet.
Shakes off.
Yay! You did it, guys.
Despite my will being a -2.
Dear
Gotta love
Christ.
conditional bonuses.
Conditional bonuses are excellent.
How dare you two?
As Ari stares down the mage at the other side of the chamber.
It's my turn.
Or sleep.
When you
Actually,
better.
you can hit them with sleep if you want.
That's what I'm doing.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast sleep as well.
Yes.
Hit the central tile for it, and you'll be 2 tiles up from it. You'll hit.
Yeah, try not to hit.
It'll hit
You'll
the
hit all of
3.
them.
If I hit the mage, I'll be able to
If you
hit
put it
those
right
3.
here, you would hit.
It's
You put
10
it on top of this goblin,
Yeah.
you'll hit
Oh,
all
yeah.
of them,
Okay.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, it
It's-
hits 2 tiles out in all directions.
Okay.
So,
including diagonal.
yes,
The
including that.
diagonals are just 15 because of the fact that movement is like
Yeah.
that. It's 15.
Basically, it's just a big square you're drawing.
Yep.
So yeah, in that
But
case,
yeah.
It's a massive
Uh,
space.
Make them fall asleep.
let's see. Let's double check. Does sleep prioritize number of hit dice?
Yes. Largest
yes.
number first.
I thought
Okay.
smallest number first.
I don't know what your DC is.
It'll be 15.
Look,
Not necessarily.
It's more than 15.
She's a favorite
Yeah.
sorcerer.
It goes Oh! You're right.
So it's 17.
It goes with the lowest HD first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you roll for
No,
normal
it goes
goblins.
for lowest? I thought it went for highest first.
No, lowest first.
It's usually lowest first.
It varies by
Up
spell. Some
to
spells.
4 hit dice.
Time to watch Curry just like wreck the rest of these goblins.
Well,
But then again, that's what happens early on.
sleep occasionally does this in low level where it just kills everything.
Yep.
It commonly does that. Same
Well-
with like.
Well,
Uh,
we start with the one who's the bullseye of this spell. They're unconscious.
Sorry.
All right, that's like 1 hit dice gone.
One moment. Where's my clock of sleeping? There it is.
Oh, my DC is 13, by the way.
Should be 13.
Yeah, it is 13.
No, it should be. Wait. I don't think it's accounting for your charisma.
Is it not?
Let me look.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
10.
it should
spell
be-
level plus
yeah,
charisma,
charisma
plus
here.
miscellaneous.
Mine says 17.
Oh, okay, Tommy, I'm blaming you.
Because yeah, it should be
Not
10
like-
plus 1 for the fact it is a first level spell, plus charisma, plus your bloodlines 2. Right?
Why isn't this working?
It's not.
Oh. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you forget to test it to a charisma-based system?
No, she was on spell list number 2.
Okay.
Oh,
Says spell list
All
number
right,
one.
yeah.
Okay. We now proceed around clockwise. He's unconscious.
Hey.
We'll proceed around clockwise again. Succeeds. And
but that
then-
might mean the mages.
And now we go on to the mage afterwards. Because he's now the
Good.
highest hit dice character, so... last one.
And if he botches this, well,
Aw.
he did.
Still,
Sucks.
2 KOs means you have the highest kill count currently.
Yeah.
Although they could be woken up again. The mage
Yeah.
could just kick
Ah.
them.
That is admittedly very true.
True, but I have something for that mage. But he's got a +4 will save.
Yeah.
See,
That's-
is like what?
That's my problem
And
with him.
It's a caster and
Yeah,
will use
so,
as well as a stat. Oh no.
yeah,
not
maybe
because
murder's
sleep.
command wouldn't be best on him. So
Well, I
You could
mean,
help out James.
I would say do it as you're moving towards them because that's just a standard action.
I know,
You really are not in a position to run up and attack anything.
but exactly.
So you may as well throw it out there because it's something you can do.
Yeah. Though I can also intimidate them. I've got decent
That's true.
intimidate.
Damn it. Why does he have to be so far?
No, intimidate doesn't really work too well on mages anyway because shaken doesn't affect them
Make
for that.
him
So
come like one tile closer.
Tick, tock, tock, tick.
you know what? I'm gonna cast Murder's Command on the goblin back here, goblin mage.
You want to cast Murderous Command.
Is it
Yeah.
Murderous Command a close spell?
Let me double check.
Murderous Command is a close spell, 25
Yeah.
feet
You gotta
Half
move.
per level.
for 2
Two
levels.
levels.
2 levels. Oh crap! It is okay.
So you need to be
Can you
closer
reach
to
it?
the edge of the battlefield.
Don't think you
Yeah.
can reach him,
What I'm-
unfortunately.
No, magic missiles always just take the shortest route.
Okay. You know what?
Magic missiles are incredible because magic missiles will literally curve around corners and like go up back and like go through the drain pipe and whatever else it needs to get to the destination.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
In that case, I'm gonna move up here and I'm going to standard action
Way to go,
demoralize that guy.
Attempt to scare him.
Attempt to demoralize. Stand down, you landlubber.
The goblin is shaken. And you just kind of roar at him, he just kind of squeaks.
There we go.
He is in Sleepy Byland, dreaming of penguins.
Penguins.
You know what? Oh,
Got double move. Right. There we go.
Oh, good
I mean,
call.
this is-
greetings, sir.
This kid gives him a big toothy grin.
There's really like nothing I need to do now.
This
I'm
occasionally
tempted to just sit.
this occasionally happens in fights where sleep is involved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
And
pose
color
and look
spray.
cool.
So, quick question. close spells, are they always +5 per 2 levels?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Then the SRD is wrong because this one says 25 +5 per level.
No, it's per 2 levels.
Right.
Yeah, unless the spell itself is different.
But by definition, close spells are per 2 levels.
But that's what I mean. This spell says range close 25 +5 per level.
That's just me type, that's all.
That's what I thought. It's annoying because that means I really can't get within range of him then. Yeah, I'm 10 foot short.
Oh yeah, you also have really
Save your
short
spell
feet,
slot.
don't you? Sure have
Yeah, 20-foot move
Screw
speed.
you and your fucking short feet.
I think you do. You like move slower.
I am going to move up to there, and can I just lob something at a goblin?
If you could throw a rock!
Yeah, that's essentially all I've got to do. I don't have any
Sure.
spells that will reach that far.
Just huck a
She's-
rock at the closest goblin.
She's brisk. She can move 30 feet. That's nice.
Yes. Screw you and your short fucking legs.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a range attack if you want against a creature.
Yeah, it'll be this cowering one, I guess.
Okay, he's currently engaged in melee, so you take a -4.
They both are though.
That's true. You'll take a minus-
Sorry.
Plus, it's 30. You got a
No,
30.
never mind.
Your -4 does.
That's before penalties.
Your -4 doesn't frankly matter. Go ahead and roll a d3 plus your strength.
Yay!
Bonk.
Hit him in the head with a.
One non-lethal
Yay!
damage.
Literally just
I mean, it's
bounces
not the
off him.
worst.
I mean,
Non-lethal damage is still.
It's still a point of damage.
Yeah.
Quick
Celia, up next
question.
time, pick a bigger rock. I know you're small, but I know you can do it.
Quick question.
Yes?
What languages do people know?
I know which language you're referring to, and I don't have it.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you?
Common
really?
and Elven.
I believe no character shares your language.
I'm not talking about Goblin.
No sharing your specific language.
Right. In that case, no one understands what Celia says as she just goes off on one.
Oh dear. Okay.
James Fenn pauses a second, turns around, basically holds up a finger to the goblin and goes, "What?"
So,
you can tell it's nothing nice.
Devlin,
You can't tell what it is.
you can tell
Uh,
the harsh tone.
Devlin is going to go over here and attempt to take cover.
You want to just like full defense over there, or
Yeah, let's just defense here.
sure? You hide behind the otter.
No, I'm hiding behind the rocks. The otter is hiding behind me.
I'm. If you want it to go that way, I suppose.
Glances back at Devlin, says something not nice.
Okay, technically this guy's only bleeding out. Technically, I should have marked this bleeding out, not dead. But it's relevant. There you go.
Well, I mean, he might stabilize. Let's find out. Not like it'll matter.
Garvin.
Uh,
It's not gonna let.
Technically, he's stable.
The otter chews his neck out.
The otter very much could chew his neck out.
With big pointy teeth.
This guy is dreaming of koalas.
Koala dreams.
James Penn, you've been stabbed.
Aye!
The guy who stabbed you is mentally dead or dying, but
But there is another guy.
who seems a little bit frightened of the roaring pirate behind you.
Arr! Sit down and shut up, you landlubber.
I'm gonna stab him with a
Shouts something
knife.
at Garvin.
You attempt to stab him with a knife. Go ahead.
You stab him, I think.
You indeed stab him. He takes 3 points of damage.
I decided to turn off Piranha Strike, unfortunately.
No. That's fair enough.
He looks a little bit kind of nervous and cautious, and 5 steps here to use you as cover against the screaming man. And then we'll proceed to try and stab James, which is now a flat d20.
Ah! My liver!
He succeeds.
Yeah, it wasn't your liver. That was more of a admittedly empty space.
I think it's just a d4. Yeah, it's just D4. As he stabs you in the liver.
Ow.
Kind of
It's
shaking.
not like
Ah.
you're losing it.
Kind of shaking a little bit, unsure. Still shaken for another turn after this.
My liver is the hardest working organ in my body, thank you. This liver is a national treasure.
If your brain worked as hard as your liver, imagine what you could accomplish.
I know, it'd be like, we'd be done with everything. We wouldn't have goblins to deal with.
I'll go ahead and move over to here. Waves slightly to James.
Hey, how you doing?
Before just reaching up with the skull of that guy from before and tosses it right point blank at him. -4 onto this.
Dunk.
Cause it the -4 will cause it to miss as he dodges out the way.
No, not the skull.
James's arm.
The skull survived. It wasn't in that one.
Yay.
You're unconscious,
This
bleeding out.
This goblin is dreaming of his own death. Most certainly, his own death.
He is dying of his own death.
Um,
Oh,
And
you.
that was the spellcaster.
He'll take an action to.
Hello.
He's kind of in a corner at the moment, and both of the guys that were guarding him are now asleep.
Oh, he's squeezing up against the wall.
He 5 steps back and casts a spell against Arbok.
Okay, bring it.
We'll
Is it
see.
magic missile? Okay, it's not magic missile. Kendo was just saved inspired, not gonna lie. Okay, will save, you said.
Pause. Do you want to re-roll that?
I can't.
In fact, no, you don't even re-roll. I roll mine instead. I'm gonna trigger my once per day lucky halfling. Actually, fuck. You're too far away, you stupid shit.
The halfling nut can't reach.
That's your own fault. I can't help it that you're so short.
Hey, I'm as fast as you are.
I never said anything about you being fast. I said you're short.
However, Arbok, suddenly your mind is filled with the horrific visions of humans being roasted on a fire. You are dazed.
Ugh.
Oh,
I was
days.
gonna
This is
say
a good sign.
Plasmal killer.
Not first.
Jesus Christ, no.
I don't think Arbok's most deepest rooted fear is humans being burned on a fire.
It's slightly disgusting, but no, not deepest fear.
Yeah, you're dazed for 1 round.
Well, that's a habit of
Dazed
face.
cantrip.
Ah, God damn it.
Celia shouts something at Abby. It sounds more instructive rather than insulting, but still, no one can understand her.
Magic missile!
Well, I'm checking.
Magic missile can
Nope,
certainly
not too
reach.
far.
Magic missile can
No, magic
certainly.
missile is long range.
No, it's medium.
It's meant for sniping. Oh, it's medium.
It's only
I am going
Only
to cast Magic Missile on the Mage Goblin then.
Darkness.
Now, of course, Ari is particularly strong here because Ari, despite being a first-level character, has 2 missiles
Yep.
Mhm.
Yay.
Oh, how does that work?
because she has effectively 3rd cast level for evocation misanthropic missiles.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Wow.
She only deals. However, it seems the strange bone charms around the mage's neck seems to deflect them away slightly, so he only gets grazed.
Ah.
As he lets out a long stream of curses in Goblin towards Ari. That are rather insulting. He called Ari fat, which A said out aloud.
Which is ironic since I'm 95 pounds.
Yeah, A just kind of lets out loud.
You're really light. Wow.
Yeah, you're literally just here, Ace got out loud, she's not fat.
I mean, you are 3 times my weight, but you're still pretty light.
You're half the average height of us.
Mhm.
You're supposed to weigh 1/4 what we do. So actually,
You're a plump little halfling.
No, she's just incredibly light.
Hello there. Hello there, scaredy goblin.
Hi, Goblin.
Smack.
The Goblin just barely avoids getting killed.
Ah, just barely. And now I'm going to activate something else.
Oh.
Swift action. Once per day, I can swift action demoralize someone. So you back there are getting demoralized now.
Is he in range to be demoralized? 35 feet. So.
Yeah,
it's
what's
not-
the range of demoralization?
Generally 30 feet. Demoralized, I believe.
Double checking intimidate. Because I think it's just a creature you can see.
It might just be specific abilities that are only.
Ah, no. No, you can only threaten an opponent this way if you're within 30 feet and
Yeah.
can clearly hear and see.
Yeah, you're slightly too far away.
Also, yeah, how much did I beat that guy's the DC of that by? Because his shaken might be over.
No, I know. He's still going.
Oh, good.
I've logged how many turns he's scared for. I know how the demoralized rules work decently.
Okay. Yep. Then that's it.
This guy is still dreaming of penguins.
Snore, snore, snore.
Kylie, did you not restore your health?
Blinks languidly into
Oh.
space.
Yeah, you got fully healed at the start of the fight. So
Am I dazed until my next turn, or until...
end of your
The
turn.
end of this turn.
Okay, so it's away.
Just lose this turn, basically.
Yeah.
Right.
I know, it's just in case daze
Oh.
gives like I can like bad
I
things.
think I should be able to reach from there. 30 foot, yep. And I will need a will save from the goblin as she screams something at it while casting.
A will save? Sure.
Yeah, will negate spell resistance if it applies.
What are
Yeah,
you-
It does.
What are you casting?
I am casting Shadow Trap.
Shadow.
Ooh,
Interesting.
Oh, really? You shithead. Yeah, it succeeds. Surprisingly.
the power of Naruto is not strong enough.
The goblin glares at you and shouts something. Kill the plump halfling.
Sadly
I mean-
enough, she cannot understand what it says currently.
I mean, there's probably once again kind of a thing to face like, she's not fat either.
Yeah, but she would have some choice words for him if she could understand it.
In whatever tongue he's currently speaking.
God, doesn't this goblin know you're supposed to go for the easy target?
Devlin's hiding.
Nah, Devlin's going to... Yeah, I'll move over... Here? Yeah, I think here. And defense. Because that's what he'd do.
Devlin being so useful.
It beats getting stabbed.
It
It's
does
the
beat getting stabbed.
Dreams of penguins.
James, you've been stabbed in your liver.
Bleeding a little bit.
Garvin, handle this. Jameson will step 5-foot step over here and ready in action if this goblin starts casting a spell to throw a dagger at him.
You're
Alright.
quite far away from it, you know.
You can still try.
I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So if it's
It's in your second range increment, so he's only taking -4. I got this little one.
Goblin. He was
Skull
attack
in.
opportunity.
Well, I'm gonna bash his skull in. Clubbed.
Miss.
No.
Attempt to.
Yeah, I
Wake
only
up,
have a
wake up,
+1
wake up, wake up, wake up! Slap, 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 slap.
standard action and everything.
Well, that goblin is still prone, so he's not going to be very effective with Arbok there.
Stab
Nope.
him in the knees.
Also, that guy went. He picked the wrong one to actually wake up.
He's the wounded one for one man.
Yeah, it's the closest one he could wake up.
Yeah.
But you know what? Ace will 5-foot step here. Move action. Pull the javelin out of the goblin.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should have done that. Maybe I should-
And then throw it at the guy who just woke someone up.
That's fine.
Like, hey, that's not fair. He was already out.
Time out!
Well, it hits. Pretty sure it kills at this point.
Yeah, that's a thunk.
Yup.
Yup.
Down he
There.
goes. Stay down.
Scared and dead.
He is technically still scared. He's having nightmares.
Oh, poor baby.
Sleepy nightmares.
You're bleeding out still. Though you did stabilize.
Rise.
Oh, here we go.
5-step kick.
No. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh,
Well, they are
Especially
now
since-
flanking.
Turned.
technically true, but they're also taking a -4 from being prone.
Yes, the whole point is he's trying to get allies up.
Yeah.
Also, that goblin isn't in the best position for him, I'd say.
Other than that, he'll go ahead and he'll activate one of his voodoo hexes.
God.
It's kind of a spell.
It is not a spell technically.
It's magic.
Is it possible to identify this?
Not quite. As the swift action ability goes off, who would he target for this?
The orc that's been in his face. or
Probably the
halfling
orc.
that tried
Let's be honest, it's
casting.
probably the orc.
Died to roll something?
Roll me a will save.
Why is it never a fortitude or a
It's okay,
reflex?
you're now within
Because
range
it's-
of me.
Because
It's
hexes
like-
are rarely
Eh.
for.
Do you want a new
That's-
roll for that? Or do you want me to roll my save for you for that?
How good's your save?
It's like my best. Well, it's not my best save. It's a decent save. A +3.
Let's just
Slightly
keep it.
better than yours.
Because this goblin might not be that strong of a spellcaster. Because a hex is half level. Then again, a hex is half level plus. It's up to you.
Half level plus a
No,
stat.
it's up to you. Do you want me to roll
Oh no.
a save for you?
Sure, if you want. Yeah,
Right. you
That
said
13
yes,
is
okay.
good.
but it could be better.
Yeah.
Plus,
I'd
chances
re-roll it.
are I don't know how much more fights we're going to get into.
You said
today.
yes. Roll
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
There. You got one better. There you go.
So,
Yeah.
Since due to the power of halfling luck, Arbok just isn't really too scared as suddenly has this like dark feeling try to make him run away.
Nah.
Oh.
Just kind of shakes his head. He knows this. He knows this thing's.
A 13 was a
dreadful
fail. A 14 was a success.
Yay!
She just shouts, "Don't be a fucking pussy!" Not that you can understand it.
Ari, the sniping turret, is still standing by the front door.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I cast Magic Missile again on the same goblin.
How many
As I
first
can
level
cast-
spells have you used today?
I
This
can
will
use
be
up
the
to 4.
third.
This
okay,
would be the
right.
This would be the 4th. I knocked out a bunch of birds, remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you've got
Jeez, I always forget how much
so
sorcerers
so,
have.
so using it against the mage.
Mhm.
Yes.
5.
As last time
9
I can
total.
cast a 1st level
His,
spell.
his body goes thud into the wall. He's fallen unconscious.
Die.
Yay!
He's not dead, but he's unconscious.
Thank you.
The magic was just kind of just turning around and knocking him into the wall. Garmin?
Okay. I'm going to cast a spell
What are
on
you
this
casting?
guy. Murder's Command.
Okay.
I need a will save from him
Why did you choose the one that's in between? Like.
because I have an
Ours.
idea. Oh, really? He succeeded.
Boom, boom.
I'm gonna double check if it has any like secondary effects. I don't think it
No,
does.
murder of command does not.
No.
No, it doesn't. Bah.
It just stab your nearest ally if you fail, and that's it.
Well, okay, then I guess I won't be doing that plan now. And I'm going to swift action then. Attempt to intimidate that guy.
Sure. You leer at the goblin.
Blech.
The goblin does not
Great.
seem
Uses
afraid.
fear, it's not very
Apparently
good.
not.
His
Okay,
attention might have been drawn to the fact his friend just got impaled by a javelin or something.
Sorry, Arbok.
Oh, no, it's this one. I haven't been hit yet. I'm fine.
Not
Arbok,
as scary as the orc next to you. at
You haven't
the
been
moment.
attacked yet.
Just had a lot of spell effects happen.
Arbok, this is the fat D20 against you.
Miss.
I would hope.
Yeah, I would hope. Over down the ground. Might as well. I'll numb one to my. There's a lot of them to the left. Oh, then again, he's down.
The
I'll
one
numb
that-
one to my
the
right.
one that is injured already. So
Let's do the right one then, because I did a lot of damage. This will be a power attack. Decided to declare
you
it
have a
and
plus
go.
4 to hit because he's currently prone.
So a 15.
15.
A 15 is a miss where he rolls to the side.
Oh god, these things are kind of agile.
Yeah, they're goblins. Plus, they
They're
probably
also
got
small,
hide
so
shirts.
Probably, yeah. Oh yeah, small. That's if I didn't power
Oh yeah,
attack.
small. Yeah.
Oh well.
So yeah,
But that damage.
Also, I'm going for
Damn.
a step here.
the damage was incredible.
Yeah, I have a +7. That's nice.
There's not really any point in me trying to club or rock any of these guys because I just won't do the damage.
I mean, you can be flanking. I mean, even non-lethal damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That guy is hurt, so
Yes,
No.
I know, but it's getting round to him. If you guys can take care of him.
Pull a stick out of the fire and throw it at him.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
You could throw a flaming stick
Although he's prone, so he has bonuses versus range attacks.
plus
Oh,
4.
you
yeah.
could
And
you could
he-
pull you
and
could
he's
pull a
in
bird.
melee.
You could pull a burning stick out and attempt to burn him with it in melee, and provide flanking.
Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll put a stick out and I'll go there, so I'm flanking with Arbok. And are they still have the actions to do an attack?
You don't have,
No,
you
I
have
don't
bab
think
right now, so I
so.
wouldn't say so.
No, I don't think I would. So yeah,
That's just purely because you don't have bab at the moment. So
standing there, shouting at the goblin and just being distracting.
yay.
5-foot step, cure light wounds on James.
I
Yay!
thought about doing that, but I was betting that was what you were going to do.
Your god doesn't like me. Your god.
Shaylin seems upset with you, and I don't know why. What did you do?
Probably Kaylin hit on her or something.
Probably.
I mean, she is the god of beauty, love, and attraction.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard
Alright.
not to fall in love with her.
I think she'd appreciate being hit on, man.
She would.
You'd think.
She would.
Galen
Everything.
must have been drunk at the time.
This
and
is
said
also
something
very like.
less than flattering.
This goblin is going to go ahead and poke his head up, standing up.
Ooh, attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
You do
Bite
get
his face off.
You do get the plus 4 to hit. You do get the plus 4 to hit because he counted as prone at the time.
Okay.
And your power attack is still going.
Yeah, the power
Okay,
attack will still be
right.
going because you triggered it in your
Nice.
round.
Oh!
I don't think it matters, actually.
That
I
is,
think he
that
explodes.
is,
Oh!
that is critical confirmation. Please describe as you don't knock out the goblin, you insta-gib the goblin.
Just tear his head off or something.
Considering that Garvin's been yelling at him, or yelling and being a gigantic fuss over there, Arbus just kind of looks at the goblin standing up, not really paying too much attention to him, slowly leans over and just clamps his mouth over his head, crushing it.
Brain oozes out of the side of his head.
Yeah, and Arbus kind of just like starts spitting like, "Ugh."
Needs more salt.
Goblin is not delicious. It tastes like
Goblin-
sweat.
Goblin is not delicious. This is very true. Hello, James Fenn. You just saw Arbok crush a goblin's head with its mouth.
James looks like he's about to say something and then decides otherwise.
May have been the smartest thing you've done.
Can I take? I want to do something. Can I take 10 on a acrobatics check to jump over the fire?
No, because there's a risk of failure, which is you get burnt.
We're also in combat, so it's
Yes.
rare to
Well-
take 10 in combat.
Hello,
Since you're
James.
distracted.
Well, I'm not gonna get the attack of opportunity anyway, so I'll just move here.
You just wanted to look cool.
Yeah.
He could have charged if he had succeeded at the
Yeah.
acrobatics. So
Sure, you move up next to the goblin, who is now surrounded on 3 sides.
I don't get flanking bonus, but I will just stab him.
he is on the ground, so you get +4 to this.
No.
14. No.
14's a miss. Conscious.
Hey,
I
so
can
you
roll- I
want to
can
go
roll-
up and just like
I
whack
roll
him?
the stabilization for him. He does not stabilize. Turns out he getting impaled with a spear, impaled with a javelin will do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ace will just draw a club and casually walk over, just waving at the goblin, giving him some encouraging words. Maybe you should give up now. Maybe for your best interest.
Mhm.
Because the goblin actually understand him. But no,
He's asking for surrender.
let's just
Dead.
remove them.
Hurry.
Sniping turret.
Yes,
Oh,
the
she's
one
out
who's
of
not out of
spells.
spells, so I actually have to.
Well, you still have cantrips.
I do.
But you have to get close enough to fire the cantrips.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. Right about here, right? Yeah. There we go. That's all I can do.
It's 40 feet away, so you could move again if you wanted, but
You do have a standard action.
Oh, that's true.
so you could
Let's
double
see.
move if you so wanted.
I'll just move a little bit closer then.
Enjoy the warmth of the fire. Like this iron wasn't hot enough. But the cave is actually pretty cold, but
Technically, your raptor could have charge attacked.
the raptor would have to enter his square, remember? But
But if you want to be technical about it, you put the raptor away when we went through the waterfall and never.
That's what I just said, yeah.
Out.
so Garvin,
No, I'm not doing. I don't know, what should I do? I want to get up there and just smack him, but I don't want to walk through the fire to do so.
could walk round with the fire.
I don't have enough movement.
Well, you could double move.
Yes, I could technically, yes. Might as well just
I will
do
surround the
that.
goblin on all sides.
Yeah, do that. Just end.
This goblin is regretting its life decisions.
You know, honestly,
It's prone, it's surrounded, all of his friends are dead or dying.
Mhm.
As it will kind of like drop its weapon and ask for surrender.
I think he's giving up, guys.
Now, as soon as Arbok's next to move, would Arbok accept its surrender?
Yeah, it's basically up to Arbok if surrender's accepted or not.
It's not bad. Yeah, he'll accept the surrender.
Yeah. In which case, combat is now over.
Celia really looks
Alright.
like she wanted to club it, but seeing
You could
as
still-
everyone else is standing
could-
down.
Could still club it.
Yeah.
You could not. You could attempt to just 5-foot step for the flank and then go for the non-lethal attack.
Yeah, we could non-lethal.
She's not
No,
really
don't.
one of those for getting her hands dirty. So it's like
You don't need to.
well,
Just, like,
we're not in danger anymore, so
Garvin's gonna ask Arbok, Arbok, you mind like disarming him and like drag him out and just toss him into the lagoon? Let him swim off.
I'm sure.
That's well. I mean, you might want to see if he's carrying anything first.
That's why I said disarm him.
Oh, I guess Arbok will frisk him.
First, him and toss him off because I don't have to go. So
I'm
I'll
gonna go
you guys
try-
later.
Sorry, Ruby.
Yep.
Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Garvin would as well. After Kude growing like all the goblins. So bye everyone.
Bye.
Night, Bigby.
Ah! 25 to see if he has anything hidden on him.
The goblin does not have anything hidden on him.
I found a sock.
The most you'll find hidden on him is like he got like an extra little like piece of steak. Which is-
Arbok eats it. Oh wait, no, it's human. No, doesn't
Oh
eat
yeah, I
it.
don't recommend eating that.
Well, you don't know for sure. It might be human. It's, you know, it'd be pretty disgusting. Then.
Let's not take the chance. He'll toss it into the fire. And I guess lead the goblin out and punt him into the lagoon.
He kind of looks at you like, really? Please? Please? Boom.
He'll gently punt him.
Can someone roll me a d20 plus 1? Goblin drowned.
Okay, not too bad. I thought he would have been able to swim better. He lives in a waterfall cave and can't swim.
People with no skill points.
So
Okay.
does Evelyn the Otter find anything interesting on the mage?
Clear out the corpses. Well, the mage is indeed carrying something interesting.
Ooh.
A small, slightly little porcelain vial, around the size of a potion vial, with a strange bluish liquid in it.
Please
Don't-
keep that away from James. He's likely to try and brew it into something.
I don't suppose you know what that is?
Yeah, I can't say.
I have no idea what this is. It
Mm.
looks like a potion, but I'm not sure.
You could do perception like alchemy to try and figure out what a potion is, yes?
I don't have either of those things.
You can taste test a potion with perception.
Okay, that doesn't waste it, but does it?
No, you
Okay,
just take a tiny little sip.
But I shall try because I have a +2.
Here you go.
That's a 24.
24? Yeah! You perfectly identified. That's a potion of cure light wounds right there.
Tastes healing-y. Minty. I think that's like for whatever touching stuff you're doing.
Maybe you should hold on to it, Arbuck.
Hold on to it with what?
Your
Arbuck's kind of only...
hands.
Some...
The sack's in here.
Oh.
You're one of the upfront fighters. I'm sure you need this more than I do.
Is
Oh.
there anything in this sack?
In that sack over there.
I thought that was a person.
Inside that sack over there, Celia opens it up, and there is a collection of skulls
Ooh, delightful.
of various shapes and sizes of animal, humanoid, small and
You
medium.
sort of shake the bag a little bit to see if anything else like surfaces, and then just dump it back against the wall.
Perception check.
Oh Christ! Why? 15.
Eh.
There's a tiny little gemstone inside one of the skulls.
Oh God! Gross! I just sort of reach in and, like, just with two fingers, carefully lift it out again, trying to not touch the skulls.
Sure, you can go ahead and add, and you have a little 10 gold piece, little emerald.
Gross.
It's the kind of small little thing that you might imagine on someone's wedding ring or something. Tiny little thing.
Oh.
Quickly dumps the rest of the bag there.
I mean, minus the goblins, this might not be a bad place for a shelter.
No.
Probably better than sitting on a beach.
A little cleaning up, and it'll be fine. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Devlin, is there anything in that sack over there next to you?
I'm a little preoccupied at the moment.
Well, Arbut, Garvin.
Sure.
No, I'm not eager to go rummaging into skull sacks again, so you guys can check this one.
I guess Arbok will head over. Anyone else want to come over?
Sack.
Yeah, I was more meaning the sack next to Devlin.
Oh,
That's
that
why I
sack.
called
I did
out
not see
Devlin.
that. I did not see that.
Since you know, Ace and James look like they've got the chest.
Wait, fair enough.
Though the two people with the lowest wisdom score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which
you
is
got
why
the
they
chest.
went after the shiniest thing first.
Mhm.
That's true. I guess Arbok will rummage through the sack. God damn it.
Well, the sack is filled with these strange plant things.
Oh.
You could try to identify them with either a survival check, a nature check, or a profession cooking check.
Survival and cooking is very equal, so let's go cooking.
You can try both, technically.
May as well.
We're trained in them, so.
I am. Considering what Devlin showed out earlier, wow.
Arbok has no idea what these things are.
Okay, let me have a look at them, you great oaf.
There's plants here. definitely go or Arbok's go sulk over here.
So it isn't too sure either what they are.
Are they? You were recognizing trees and stuff earlier.
I guess I can try as well.
Yeah, I mean, anyone's allowed to try. If they've got a skill that's relevant for it.
Let me see.
So nature, survival.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, Ari perfectly knows what these. Oh, Ari perfectly knows what these are. These are a odd cousin of essentially the potato. A very these wild mandarins, as they're known as. These are a little bit viney, and they're a little bit, and they're quite sour. But they actually are a decent. They're actually a nutritious food source.
Yay!
Also vegetarian for anyone who cares about that.
I was hoping one of these sets would actually have food in.
To be besides that sack, given how much Ari knows they're pretty filling, if cooked well, yeah, if those are cooked, they could probably be maybe about equivalent 40 rations in there.
Okay,
Jesus.
that's good.
It's just basically a giant sack of potatoes. Essentially.
Yeah.
If only we had some oil.
Mysterious island potatoes.
They love growing in jungles, as it turns out.
Oh yes, I recognise them now.
Well, I guess we can keep an eye out for him, or attempt to find him wherever.
Meanwhile, there is James and Ace looking at the chest.
What do you think's in it?
Try opening it and see.
1, 2, throw chest open.
3.
And inside the chest is not a lot, but there's technically stuff in there.
That's
There
what
is
it
one-
means.
There is a torn and ragged suit of medium-sized leather armor
Oh, yes.
that someone has clearly, like the goblins have clearly tried cutting it, taking little pieces off, but it's still usable.
That's a very convenient boob window.
So
There you go, James.
a medium-sized suit of leather armor for whoever would be interested in that. In addition, there is more there, though. More shinies, as it turns out.
Yay.
There is a bucket.
Great.
Yeah.
Just a wooden bucket.
That is actually quite useful.
You can use
Just
it
create
water.
It's now filled with water.
It's true. It's true. Not like you have water skins right now. So actually, that's a closest thing you've got. Big bucket of water. There is actually a backpack in there.
Oh,
Yay.
It's only a single one, but it means at least the group could have someone be the pack mule.
I'm thinking either James or Arbok.
Let's be honest. Everyone's going to look at the orc, right?
I only have a strength score of 10.
Ace amusingly.
I was looking at the cleric, actually.
I was looking at James because I knew he wouldn't enjoy carrying it.
Yeah, I think strength scores. I think strength scores for the group go for Arbok, Gavin, and then Ace.
probably. I
Because
have 16.
You have 16. I think Gavin has 13 or 14, and I have 12. Well, 14.
9.
Though 14 right now because I'm shapeshifted into an orc.
Yeah. I
Turns out orcs are very strong.
Shall I be the pack mule?
Other than that, wait, there's more.
Please say rapier. Please say a rapier.
Car.
There is not a rapier, I'm afraid.
There's a
Welcome
plus 1
pouch.
rapier.
In addition to this, there is a spare suit of small-sized leather armor, which if Celia is willing to look like, I mean,
It's better than rags.
I mean, it's goblin wear, but it's better than naked rags.
Yes, I suppose it's better than rags, and seeing as you're all too fat to use it.
It's also sort of more than fat. It's you know.
That's what she's saying. I know it's not that, but that is what she's saying.
It's, 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 Yeah, I'm reminding you, City is like the size of a 6-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Arbor could try and fit into it. It looks stupid,
Please, you're just thirsty.
Oh god.
probably.
It would probably just be about the size of a frilly hat for you.
But wait, there is even more. It's a chest. Chest contains stuff. Wait, what?
Thank you, Hoarder Goblins.
I know, goblins love their hoarding. Other than that, it's filled with a bunch of broken glass. Okay, that's not that exciting. And more still. Second. It's also filled with... Let's scroll down. It's also filled with a fish hook.
Yay, fishing.
Just a fish
That's
hook.
useful.
Nothing else. Just
Hey,
a...
all we need is some string.
Which someone tried making out of some moss earlier, or some seaweed. So...
Mm-hmm.
A stick, which, you know, get a stick. And the final thing that's in there to finish up your entire thing here is a mug, a wooden mug.
I fill it
Yoink.
with water. That's all you're allowed to drink.
Oh,
Other people are going to use that.
look, a mug is more than a drinking utensil. It is an opportunity presenting itself to me that allows for everybody to live through this island.
Are you going to make radish rum with it?
That is partially what I'm going to do with it, but there is so much more that a mug is.
As Ace walks over to Celia and kneels down slightly. Can I have some water, please? Holds up the mug.
But hey,
Waves a hand, fills it with water.
I need that mug.
Get
It's-
over yourself. We all need it.
Ace takes a drink. I'm thirsty.
I know you're thirsty. You can use it
Yeah.
for now, but I will
Yeah,
require
look,
it later.
If you're thirsty as well, waves her hand, pours water onto James.
Now, how much do you do? You can pour up to 2 gallons of water onto him.
Oh, unless I'm stopped, he will be getting the full 2 gallons.
Okay, I mean, it's an instantaneous choice. You basically decide, basically you press the button on the machine, right? How much?
Yeah, he stands there, very arms crossed, like yep, laugh it up, good. Get out of your
So-
system.
So now, Cilia and Ace are the only 2 that can claim to be dry right now.
Mhm.
Because everyone else is now soaked. But Ace will smile afterwards. Thank you. Stand back up.
Such a polite young man.
And he looks right now. Goes over, looks at Arbok. Clearly amused, but being the same height, goes on too close.
Ah, God, it's Arbok was the size. Well, I guess. I'm assuming we've still got the goblin bodies in here.
Yes,
Probably
unless you
so.
get rid of them, they're already goblin bodies are in here.
Yeah, Arbok's gonna go.
James will start clearing them out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arbok will help.
Yeah, the only other thing that would be of particular interest, maybe, is Basilia, like a non-fragile club from the shaman.
Well,
Like, His club was a well-made club. It's not fragile. It will actually survive hitting something.
it's better than what she has, even though she still can't really use one very well. You know, it's better than what she had.
It has little things like written on the side in Goblin, little carved into it.
What does it say?
This end
Pretty-
up.
Pretty much. It's basically like it's basically just graffiti on it. Essentially, like this person was here.
I'll have to scrape that off later.
God.
Yes, the players have decided to take the cave for themselves.
It says our land.
Our cave now.
It's a nice cave.
Mm-hmm.
I like this cave.
As night falls outside. No, soon to fall. It's more like evening right now, so yeah. There's a lovely orange sunset if you go up to the front right now.
How about we gotta go back to the beach? We gotta gather up all of our stuff that we gathered.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably get radishes.
I can do that.
Sure.
Yeah, we're gonna probably need a few loads.
Not bad.
So.
Oh yeah. Oh, some of you go get radishes. I guess I'll go get sticks for a fire.
All right.
One of the reasons Ace not volunteering was the fact that everyone else kept falling over to leave it before.
Yeah,
Like-
I'm
yeah.
leaving here.
Okay.
Meanwhile, his take
Yep.
10 had 22, so he just kind of, just casually leaves.
Like I forgot about the existence of Take 10.
Yeah, I have a take 12. 19, sorry. No, 12. 19.
Devlin is going to go around with prestidigitation and basically just start tidying up the cave.
Other things you also find around, for example, are like this huge amount of like goblin graffiti on the wall that's made out of this paste of like ground up rocks, insects, and like probably like wolf blood. Like graffiti on the wall, like gang symbol essentially from the goblins.
Delightful.
Let's just smudge this out.
It's gonna take a bit of water.
Celia, can I have some water on this wall?
Ari can join Dublin and tidying up the cave because he also has I'm gonna pretend I can pronounce the spell. Yeah.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird ones. Few people.
Digitation.
I'm like one of the few people I know who can say prestidigitation without any error.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys tried like 2 or 3 times.
Yes. Yeah. But certainly like Ace and James and stuff and Arbok can all come back with the various supplies. Ace looking exceptionally happy with a backpack full of radishes.
Yeah, get some sticks for a fire and try and shoot them from the waterfall.
You're big enough to shield them.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much as long as you're careful not to fall in, you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, I can take 10.
The one
I remember.
downside mission is that the entire cave is kind of a little bit damp, which is a little bit uncomfortable. But
Yeah, but so is the ocean if that storm comes back.
true, if it rains, it'll be far more than damp.
Oh yeah, was the cave high enough that if the water were to rise, that we wouldn't get flooded?
Probably. It depends how much the water rises by, but probably.
Could I make a knowledge geography check? Because I'm never going to use this otherwise.
A geography check would be a relevant check for that, actually.
I have that as well.
Oh shit.
Oh.
I actually did well.
Dungeoneering can also be attempted for it.
Oh no.
Arbok,
You assisted.
Arbok thinks it would be safe, though he would know if at high tide it would be kind of difficult to leave this place without getting soaked. High tide.
Okay.
The water won't be able to get high enough to actually like get down this far into the cave, but it might make it difficult to leave properly during high tide without getting wet.
Oh.
Luckily, the cave kind of goes up a bit of an elevation before getting to this little room, so you're kind of safe.
Yeah. Actually, that's the thing. We should probably dry off before we get like, I don't know, whatever water-based ailments exist.
Dry off.
Like
What do you
cold.
mean? As Ace just said, leaning in the corner, completely dry. I don't know why they're all wet. Do you know? Do you see it?
No, they seem just incapable of getting through there very easily.
All of us get the
I
option
like
to
the
jump
water.
on someone's back.
It's not too late for me to throw you through a waterfall.
You can
James walks by Celia and pats her hard on the back towards the fire, but grabs her shirt.
You know, I could put this out quite easily if you keep trying to push me in it.
Please don't.
It's nice.
James,
Well-
behave.
Well, you know, it's your fire as well, so it'd be your loss.
I'd survive.
Okay, you two. Be nice.
Yeah, there's no reason to fight. And there's no reason to provoke each other, James. We're in a bad enough situation as it is. Surely we
Hey!
have
Hey,
Better
I was
things to
just
be
giving
doing
her a
right now.
congratulatory pat on the back for doing well in combat.
You did great as well. Ace goes up and pats James on the back towards the fire slightly.
Ari
Yeah.
scoots way before she becomes part of this.
who is still clearly, the size, it's clearly, right, he's still orc right now, an orc strength. So
Friend, have you fallen? Oh.
James takes it in stride, not offended by it at all.
he's just mimicking. That's all.
I am out of healing magic, so please don't fall into the fire.
I have a little bit if they really need it.
Well, I'm glad to see we're all getting along.
Yeah, I think it's going all great.
This has been fun.
Fun.
Fun
Well,
is
it's better than the situation we were in. I'm sure we can all agree on that.
yeah.
Really.
I suppose.
They killed all but one poor goblin. Now.
Well, let's hope the goblins didn't have bad friends.
Oh
Goblins,
yeah, that is fair. They might
goblins,
have others.
goblins always have friends.
There's
I'll keep
always
watch
more
first.
goblins.
We can have a rota.
I'm gonna need my mug though if I'm gonna keep watch.
Okay.
Don't question a man when he knows how to use a mug.
You know, if you put a hole in the bottom, it doesn't work like a telescope. You are aware of that, aren't you?
Through trial and error, I am.
Yes, I'm sure through your many endeavors you've discovered a wide variety of uses for a mug. I don't doubt your capabilities.
If anyone tosses him a mug, you'll actually note that he carries it with like a weapon-like demeanor.
That's weird. Okay.
I mean, at some point, James will get, if nothing else, for the fact that everyone kind of using it to have a drink. Probably.
Yeah.
It just means he's been in a lot of bar fights.
Probably.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Ah, well. They've got a good place for us now. Yay.
Mhm.
I was gonna ask, what are these, like, yellow piles?
Looks
Like-
like straw, hay, beds.
Pretty much. Like, dried grass and that kind of stuff. They used to make like bedding equivalent.
They might have squirreled something away. Dig through them. Perhaps they have something.
Oh, I'll do it just in case they have, like, glass or anything in there, considering there's stuff in the chest.
That's true.
Shall I just roll perception roll to check all of them?
Yep, you can do that.
Okay. Let's not get a hypodermic needle. 27.
None of them seem to have have any like glass or any like damp like harmful things in them. One of them though does have a rather sharp piece of flint in it, as well as a small little iron stick. It effectively functions as flint and steel.
Huh. Stand up. Guys, I found this and kind of like holds it up for everyone to see.
Called it.
Now you can create fire.
I mean, it makes sense. The goblin had to start a fire somehow, and the goblins aren't that smart.
Yeah. Shall we just keep it in the chest for now?
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
in the backpack, somewhere.
yeah.
As long as we don't forget it when we leave.
Let's pop it in the backpack. So I guess East has it. God.
So yeah, I guess everyone here gets their rest. James will take first watch, and watch the storm probably roll in.
If it does.
But Celia's basically going to carry her bed to the mouth of the cave.
Sure.
Sure, it's
Yeah,
okay.
she's. But seeing as James is going to be taking first watch, and people will be watching throughout the night, she's basically going to be taking a sharp rock or something similar and just starting to etch into the floor, occasionally looking out the cave and then etching a bit more.
James will quirk an eyebrow at your drawings. Care to explain?
I doubt you'd understand.
You'd be surprised.
Right, come out here. And she sort of goes to the mouth of the cave, points up. You see those nice twinkly little spots in the sky? They're called
Yes.
stars.
I am familiar.
I'm mapping them. It'll help me work out where we are in relation to other things. And it's just something I like to do to calm down.
Kalen sighs, looks up, points at a constellation, and says, "That one's the constellation of like some." He starts pointing at god constellations and just start rattling them off.
Well done. You know the common ones.
Actually, not really. He knows quite a few. Like
Yeah,
more
but-
than the common ones.
It depends how good his geography check is and how many he knows, but
Mhm.
since geography, since geography,
I was
is-
I was working up knowledge religion because he was going off the god-based ones.
yeah, that tells you a few. Though true actual detailed level astronomy comes down to geography skill.
I can't believe geography is actually being useful.
Which is purely why I put ranks into it, although it's annoyingly not a class skill.
Given this campaign, actually, it'll be surprisingly useful in this campaign.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Glad I put ranks in it.
This is one of the campaigns where, for example, ocean navigation, you totally need it really badly.
Okay, true.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you get lost at sea, if you can't find your way of geography, you're screwed.
Yep.
Thankfully, I think we have a bit of time before we start sailing.
You will end up in a kraken's nest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, essentially she's just going to spend the entire night that she's conscious, just sketching the night sky onto the floor, walls, whatever she can reach.
Fair enough.
Maybe James at some point.
Yeah. Any reason why you're sketching?
As I said, it helps calm me, it helps me focus on things. I used to do like fortunes and things like that by reading them. They follow patterns like many things, and those patterns can sometimes be used to tell what may happen.
Yes, the group has a good shelter, and has at least a semi-comfortable environment, so you'll be able to get a full rest without any complications.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is a relevant point, because as I did say, I'll be modifying the rest system. It's like if you're just resting in like out in the middle of nowhere with like no tents or anything, you're not going to get a very good rest.
Yeah.
It's going to get pretty rough. But yeah, you can possibly, just relax.
So heal 1 HP, James.
Everyone heals 1 hit point, and everyone can recover spell slots if irrelevant.
Yay.
Something else,
Yeah.
as a note for everyone, by the way, Ace stopped being an orc about an hour after the fight ended.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
What's weird?
Seeing yourself as another person. Or,
I could turn into him next time. Points to Garth.
sure.
Oh, her. Points over at the halflings in the doorway drawing.
Actually, it's like you could pull this off so well.
Oh, really?
Oh god.
I'll show you.
Kill J-Mac.
I'll show you. I'll show you tomorrow. I need some rest first, though. I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, once per day abilities.
Good job here, Matt.
Taking off.
Uh,
to that.
GG.
Shush.
Arbuck, I recommend learning how to drink before we go on continuing adventures.
Yeah,
JMac, we need to have an intervention about your drinking problem.
yes. The group is perfectly allowed to rest. I assume everyone eats,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
so no one decides to starve themselves.
No. So, ration count.
A fox.
Yep.
We had 57, I believe.
There is a fox.
Curled up with the raptor is a fox.
Yes.
Well, okay. A fox.
there is a black and grey fox curled up with the raptor.
Why is there a fox in my cave?
The fox
Because you did a bad job keeping watch.
Obviously.
The fox looks over, waves a paw at you.
Is that Ace?
Checking. Not hallucinating, right?
I'm going to assume that as our shape-shifting friend.
The fox nods.
That makes sense.
Okay. James just continues keeping watch throughout the night.
Essentially, to get comfy, just turn into a fox. Much comfier.
And now my raptor has a bed that's far comfier than what I had before.
Fox. Also, my AC is ridiculous as the fox.
Yeah,
Simon.
Tiny creature.
Yeah, my AC as a
Stick
fox.
him in the chest, then we can have a fox in the box.
My AC as a fox is 20,
That's
Woo.
reasonable.
and because I'm not wearing armor,
Mhm.
and then my stealth is 17.
Foxes are stealthy.
I'm tiny. That's the thing.
Teeny tiny.
And yes, comfy little fox.
Mhm.
Because the group needs more familiars.
Of course.
Why not?
Amusingly though, I have more hit points than the wizards of the group. So yes, the night will go away, and well, you will not be interrupted in the night. The watch goes peacefully, though James does see in the distance movement, but he can't make out what it is. But there is definitely movement on the beach side.
Hmm. I'm gonna go wake up Arbuck. He's better at seeing things than I am.
Probably find him snoring pretty loudly.
Hey, Snaggletooth.
Where's Snaggletooth?
You.
Yeah, I don't know. Celia, just me.
Come on,
Oh.
come on. You got it. There's something moving on the beach. I can't see what it is.
Oh. Arbuck will follow James to the mouth of the cave. Whereabouts?
Point.
You can see the vague silhouette. Let's see how well you can make them out.
This is not a hidden object, is it?
They're kind of hidden objects. No way.
17, unless the +2 helps.
You see what you're pretty sure are like normal medium-sized humanoids moving about in the distance.
I think those are pupil.
Do we
Should we
want to
go-
go investigate?
Yeah, you can't tell. You can't really tell much detail though at this distance. It's too dark.
I mean, if we're going, we should wake up the others.
In other words, there is no sign of that storm yet.
Okay, you go wake up the others. I'll keep an eye on them.
All right. James walks past Ari, thinks for a moment, and then goes over to Celia and wakes her up.
I swear to God, if this is not important, I'm dumping the ocean on you next time.
I'd like to see you try that. But anyways, me and Arbuck are actually going to go wander off for a brief moment. We see some people on the beach.
Okay.
I was hoping that you would scream a bit more and wake up the rest of the people. But, we should alert people in case we get,
Fine.
Yeah.
You'll slowly get up and start waking people, basically saying James is being an idiot, and him and Arbuck are going down to see apparently more people on the beach, so he wants us awake in case things go to shit.
I don't want to right now, thank you.
Neither do I, but he wants us up. Don't make me kick you.
Do we have to go
Oh,
if they get
no.
stabbed because they're being morons?
No, we just have to make sure we don't get stabbed in the sleep.
Alright, good enough.
All right, let's
Okay.
go.
Yep. Time to take our time crawling across the thing.
Take your time. Take 10.
Arbok will lead considering dark vision.
Yep. I'll aid
And-
another on your stealth or not because I can.
Stealth. Where's stealth?
No, I have a 9. I can't fail to aid another. So carry on.
Okay, 15.
15.
I feel like this is going to be like a continuing theme.
Hmm.
It does seem to work quite well. Oh, that's not a
What?
spot.
That's not a spot.
Presumably.
They're getting
Good.
better.
Going up in twos.
A few more rolls.
Let's see. Anna's that guy.
Hey.
Apparently, the
We're
enemy
getting
is
really
stricken
lucky.
by extreme incompetence.
Jeez.
As Ari suddenly sees like the pillow war going on in there. But you can stealth closer.
Sneaky.
Somehow the giant orc not being spotted.
Hey, we're
It's a
good
mystery.
at
Somehow.
this.
As you get closer and closer.
It's okay. You're
Closer.
green. The plants are green. It works out great.
It's nighttime. No one can see color anyway.
Even better.
Doesn't help that my platinum hair is a bit shiny.
We make it work.
He's just the moon. Don't worry.
Yeah.
He's just.
James is a moon and I'm a bush.
As you get closer and closer and closer. What is your plan here? Is it just to observe?
Yeah,
I'm-
just see what we are.
As you close and kind of peer around a tree, almost cartoonish style.
Yeah.
Did you see
Da-da,
what you posted?
da-da.
Like,
Dun, 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 dun.
Exactly like that.
It turns as you look ahead, the figures up ahead seem to be armed with proper steel weapons. And as you kind of get a better look at them, Arbok, especially with eyes in the dark, would be able to make out a few small little details on them.
Okay.
Notably, one of the among them, only around say 13 or 14. Looking at them, you recognize a little chain he's got around his neck.
Oh.
You'd be pretty familiar because he was one of the middle classmen on the virility. These are the pirate. These are members of the pirate crew.
Arbok will like whisper. I think these are the pirates.
Like you can't make out their faces that well, but like judging by what they're wearing, they definitely look like pirates that you kind of were captured a short time ago. Some of them. There's only a handful here, but even then, you've seen before they were pretty tough.
Right.
I mean, they managed to keep all of you locked up before, easily enough.
They don't look like they were killed in the crash or eaten by that giant monster thing. So,
Should we just head back?
kind of tempted to continue sneaking after them and see if we can steal something from them.
I'm not particularly good at stealing. Are you?
I'm pretty good.
he's a
Because-
pirate, of course he is.
I'm not a
Currently,
pirate.
they seem to be looking around. And scouting.
There's currently 4 of them, but there might be more.
Let's stay back for now. Let's see if they have a camp somewhere.
Okay. Wait, actually, are we anywhere near the chest that was on the beach?
Not right now. That they are slowly scouting in that direction.
Because maybe they'll open it and we'll find out what's inside.
And they'll get all the loot.
No, I don't want them to get the loot.
I know. I don't either.
Could we get to the box first?
What do you think of doing?
You go
Drag it off into
you go
the
back to
woods.
chest. You could do that if you want to try doing that.
I guess we could try, but we'll leave marks.
That's true.
Also, from what I could see, from what I know of the pirates, were they all human crew, or?
The crew wasn't entirely human. Some of them were other members. From what you'd guess here, looking at their kind of build, they look like they're mostly humans, or maybe there might be a heart elf among them, but you can't really tell in the light.
Okay, it's just checking for favorite enemy.
For favored enemy, they would all count as human, probably. At least in front of you.
Oh yeah, because half-bloods count as human, don't they?
Yeah, count
You get us
half-bloods.
both.
Half-bloods count as the worst of both worlds.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst
Feel
of
my
both
pain.
worlds.
Kylie has the pain even more.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that was me in test, but yeah.
Shall we just watch and see if we come across the chest, James?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go hide in a tree or something.
They
Oh.
they continue their scouting along. Most of them seem to be marshals, as is pretty common on the crew. The young middle shipman seems to have some magic of some kind, considering their one light source seems to be a light spell on a object he's carrying.
I see.
As they kind of look around. They do get close to where the chest is. They don't get that far down the beach. Not tonight. They seem to get so far and then turn around and decide to go back.
Okay. I was gonna say if one of them split off, we could try ambush them, but I
They
don't know if
don't
we
seem
want
like
to
they're
follow.
going.
Should we follow them, see if they have a camp?
For a short while. I just
Alright.
think if you're confident.
Yeah.
Then we need new stealth checks and new perception checks.
Well, it's a good thing you guys are good at that.
Kinda good.
Do you want me to lead stealth this time?
Yeah, no, aid.
Okay.
I already did lead them before. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, fucking hell.
God damn it.
Right.
One might see if he's got a +10 or +7 even.
Yeah. As you're moving along, and James steps on a twig.
I thought you said there were no twigs here.
I thought for once.
That's not a twig, that's a toothpick.
That's not a
The-
twig, that's a tree branch, and you broke it.
We need to come into agreement about what a twig is and what
What
a
a-
stick is.
One of the pirates seems to turn around and look back in your direction, scouting about. Seems to make motions to the others to turn around as well.
Okay. James, come on. I don't think we can see in the dark. So I'll lead you follow.
Okay.
Are you going to try to evacuate before they find you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming since they have a light spell, I'm assuming they don't have some with dark vision. They might, but gotta take advantage of the fact that I can see in the dark easily enough, and they probably can.
You can see better than they can here.
Yeah.
Both of you need to make independent stealth checks for me to see how well you avoid leaving a trail.
Yeah. Why can't I have favorite terrain already?
Uh,
Oh dear.
Yay.
Oh dear.
It's better than 14.
As both of you move back to the waterfall, and shimmy your way across and try not to fall into the water.
Yeah.
Tilly is half asleep again by this point. I just.
Get further back in the
What
cave.
was it?
Get further back in the cave. It's the old slavers.
Ari gets poked on the...
Okay, that wakes me up.
Oh,
Back into the cave. The pirates are back.
Fill my mug with water. Give me the dagger. Thank you. I'm gonna go stand very stealth by the door frame. If they come in, I'll kick their ass.
Ari nudges Ace and moves way the fuck back in the cave.
They might be coming, we don't know. So I guess take up positions.
Put out the fire. Put out the fire.
Waves hand, create water, fires out.
I want to be stealthed here-ish.
I guess I'll go there.
Can we get Garvin to like channel energy? No, never mind. It's
I'm
fine.
the only one hurt, and it's only got
Yeah.
1 point.
Keep in mind, James.
Actually,
you
no,
have
it's
armor.
2. I have armor. Yes.
I suppose this is the middle of the night still, so yeah. Wouldn't
Yeah.
have finished recovering.
You still don't
Also,
get a
wouldn't have gotten spells back.
Yeah.
You don't have it back yet.
Is Devlin just staying there? Owen?
What?
Is Devlin just staying there in the middle of the cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just kind of wants to stay there, keep the fire going, sort of.
fire's
make sure
gone.
stuff is.
We put it out.
Oh, I
'cause the
missed that
slavers
detail.
Yeah, because the slavers might be coming here, so we put the fire out.
Yeah, I missed that detail. But yeah, Devlin is not good in combat, so in this particular situation, he feels he'd probably do more harm than good, considering he's easily spotted and can't do crap for combat.
Maybe
Then
hide
get
behind
out
the
of the-
chest, Finn.
Yeah.
He could hide in the chest.
Get in the
I'm
chest.
going to hide in. No. They're going to search the chest. I'm not going to hide in the chest.
Hide in the sack of skulls.
I'm going to hide behind the sack of skulls.
Just hide somewhere where we can't easily see you.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Behind the sack of skulls you go.
My cloak would have ran out by now.
Hi.
Hi, pets the fox. Realizes who the fox actually is, thinks it's incredibly weird, stops petting.
Looks confused up at you.
Oh, time to get comfy.
Mm.
And the group waits like this for a while.
Hmm.
More. And a while more. An hour passing.
Okay, I think we're probably good by an hour.
I don't know about that.
Well, how about we have people... How about some of us keep an eye out? We keep watches up. Again.
Mm.
It's no good if we're all just awake.
Okay. Back before we do this, take Gander back outside the cave quick.
Okay. Alright, cool. Stealthily waddle.
Waddle, waddle,
Waddle, waddle.
Waddle.
And he waddled away. Waddle, waddle.
Oh, no. Do not start. Eh. Nice. And I guess I'll take a look around. Perception? Go.
19 or 21. With an 18 stealth.
You don't see anyone right now.
Waddles back. I don't think anyone's out there right now, but James, do you want to take a rest and I'll take watch?
Sure.
Gives you thumbs up.
You'll basically right where he is. You'll basically plop down and start sleeping.
Well, if there's nobody out there, then I'm gonna relight the fire, and then get some sleep myself.
Okay.
I can take care of that. I just start casting spark until it catches fire again.
It's fine.
But basically, you know, like,
Handy.
basically, like on an oven, like where you go where sometimes you do cook it a few times.
Tick, 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 tick,
Tick, tick, tick, tick, tick.
tick,
Yeah.
tick, 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 tick.
Basically, just every standard action is just basically one of the clicks on that. It's going.
Yes, yeah. Well, let's hope we're stealthy enough. So, the signal is me screaming, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
And apparently, Ace has been demoted to pillow for the raptor.
Raptor pillow.
Rest in peace, Ace.
Admittedly, the fox would make a very good pillow for whoever.
Phew. As long as they're not heavy.
Very floofy.
To be fair, Devlin is a pillow for the otter, so.
I mean, there might also be vice versa. Steve might also be kind of your pillow as well.
No, that's not how it works.
Fair enough. The fox, while still being a pillow for the raptor, kind of points a paw at the necklace.
Oh.
Actually, good question. I have no idea what I actually want to do for the story for the
Yes.
twist yet. Since I got that 3 hours ago.
Ari's own head's feeling a little bit funny. She should go for a typhoon. Makes sense. We've all had a busy time with people not getting backstories very very quickly and me having my own stressful time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been a busy week for a lot of us.
Also, I'm feeling surprisingly good considering
No
I've
sleep.
considering about hit 24 hours in 48 hours in 20 minutes.
Jeez.
There we go. Something big.
Meanwhile, I'm starting to hit a sort of low point in energy.
Need more
I
coffee.
better tell that. But
You're stealing my energy, Dark.
I will absorb it.
Nom nom nom, tasty energy.
You vampire.
Yeah. The night will go on a long time. Possibly for some people who can't rest, like Ari, too long.
She nods off every once in a while, otherwise it stays awake most of the night.
The entire time she has the company of both raptor and fox. So
At least one's soft and fluffy, other one not so much.
there is a very soft
Put
fluffy
the
one.
fluffy one on top of the other one, and then it's like 2 pillows.
I suppose. It doesn't mind. It's far warmer than just being It's far warmer than just like laying on top of the hay.
True.
Also because fox fur as well is also warm.
Sadly not waterproof.
I will get, Asia resident shapeshifter as it does now.
Mm-hmm.
I will get more shapeshiftings later. Wait until I turn into a gargoyle.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no!
A gargoyle's actually pretty damn intimidating. Also, I gained the freeze ability to take 20 on stealth checks.
Yay!
Get to be a statue. Paint
It's a
yourself.
pretty awesome ability.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for now, I just have to stick to being a fox or a person.
Fox or person. That's a very good choice.
Many different kinds of people, though. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, this will be where we'll go close today's session. This was the first session to give a very good feel for how the party would go here.
Overall, very successful.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves me.
The fox waves over at Cilia.
I don't mind you.
He snores.
The fox considers tickling her nose with the tail.
He considers that would be a very bad idea.
James
Suddenly the
James
fox
is-
is thrown across the room.
James is sleeping menacingly, carrying a mug.
Why am I?
I would decide.
I'm gonna need to put a hole in that while you sleep.
You know, I detect a wooden mug. Like, never consider fire on a
The
hand.
thing is, if you put a hole in his mug, then none of us can use it either.
We do have the buckets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
We do
you
have
have a
the
bucket.
Don't we drink out of a bucket?
We
Hey.
don't want to drink it. What are we, dogs? Sorry,
It's
Ace.
better than nothing.
Hey, I resemble that remark, Kylie.
Fair enough.
Also, Ace in fox form doesn't actually mind that. He's a bucket.
Yes.
It's not like he has thumbs anyway.
Fair enough.
Now we have potential slavers after us again.
You do.
As you do.
Yay. As you do.
Yes. Yeah, the actual main bulk of the session is over for now. Though, of course, you're still free if you want to have in-character interactions throughout the night or in the early hours of the morning.
Come the early hours, Celia will just spend her time. If it's early enough, adding to her drawings. Otherwise, just studying it, basically, tidying it up a bit.
Time for kicking.
If anyone wants to bother her, that's where she is. Otherwise, yeah, that's what she's doing.
Arbok could probably ask someone to like take a watch over while he starts to cook a breakfast for people.
What? Watch?
Yes.
alright.
Or yes. Voices are hard.
Ari
It's like
eventually nods off in her little corner, finally succumbing to sleep.
And she did.
Hopefully not crushing. Hopefully not crushing the fox.
No, the fox is fine. The raptor,
Rest
on
in
the other
peace,
hand, is
Ace.
curled up with the fox. Probably clinging to his tail if he tries to move.
No, I like cats.
Admittedly, even in fox form, I think I still have 10 strength.
Oh, is it
You
like
see him
chains?
drag the
That-
raptor?
That fox is stronger than Celia is.
Yes.
Is it like change shape?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have 10 strength in fox form, 12 strength in normal form.
Dang it. Oh, okay. Oh, right, small size.
But I have 20 dex in normal form, 24 dex in fox form.
Jesus Christ. You gotta be dexterous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta have.
My right check is just like
New.
that's not that one, but I still did better than most of the party.
True. And that ones aren't
Sure.
automatic failures on skills, are right?
Hey, I nat one and still got through that waterfall.
Yay!
Leave us alone. Oh,
Ding? No.
It's fine.
not
No,
yet.
no ding on session 1. You found it. You didn't die, so that's your achievement for the session. You didn't die.
Also, we need to
Didn't
find.
get in the box.
It's true. If you want to get in the box, you can still get in the box.
I'm gonna hide in the
The
box.
question is just
Not that box. The box on
the question is either finding something sufficient to break the box. Yeah, you either need to find something sufficient to break it, or like lockpicks or something on these little guys.
Yeah.
You see, I'd love to
I
bite the
did-
box, but it's not.
I did for a moment think, what if it's one of those weird blocking mechanisms that isn't a lock in that, oh, it's dedicated to the god of the ocean. Let's dump some seawater on it and then it pop open.
None of us detect magic on it, so.
No. I could have done that. I should have done that.
I also could have done that.
Well,
Whoops.
that's something for in the morning if we go back.
In the morning,
don't-
you
You know, the
detect
spell-
magic on the box.
You know, it's fine. It's fine. The spellcaster. You know, the spellcasters nearly just drowned. You know, it's fair enough. They're not in the best state of mind.
Alright, we also can't jump over to leave very well.
If you need a hand, we can offer it.
Yeah.
That's fine. I have my.
We're gonna
guiding
need that every
human.
time we leave, actually. That'll be annoying.
I'm gonna panic and throw you at someone at some point,
Which one?
Celia.
The one that'll be riding him. Do not throw the halfling.
I'm just saying. Now we create a tower. Now we create a tower because now the halfling rides on James and the fox the raptor will sit on top.
What about the otter? The otter can join.
Yay!
I am not
It's like
carrying
reverse
all of
pyramid.
them.
Not gonna be heavy.
Don't care, it's the principle of the matter. Also, I have negative strength modifier. Everything is heavy.
Did it?
Icarus starts howling.
Hmm.
Wait, hold on.
You know,
Well,
it's very good.
Fox is more shriek than
We're trying-
howl.
I thought they bayed.
The point is, it's in this case, you know, Ace is modeling a whistle with it. So, it's,
The
yeah,
raptor
it's very
promptly
good.
joins with the worst thing possible.
Oh god, why?
Shut
Shut
up,
that damn lizard!
Not more joke. Speak of
Tommy is
good
not
break.
role-playing
Also,
the
I suppose
raptor.
I suppose about a question is, so we've had one day in game now. You're a person to be mascot for the team.
Oh yeah. The raptor also has to bond to someone.
Who is the raptor?
Probably Ace, because he likes
Yep.
Ace.
Fair enough. So the team now consists of Ari and Ace.
Yes.
Ace is okay with this because who knows, Ace is somewhat childish.
It's probably
No,
because he's
I
a
never
child.
would have noticed.
Also, J-Mac, what's your stealth score? Plus 7?
7, yeah?
Alright, I'm gonna have to lead stealth from now on.
Yeah,
I
I
have
didn't
a plus
realize you
9.
had a. Yeah. I probably should have expected that, but I forgot you had really good dexterity.
Yeah.
I have +6.
Due to
I don't-
size bonus and dex.
Yeah.
I have a
Exactly.
Completely
+1.
untrained.
Hush, Ace. Oh, right, yeah. Fox.
Yeah, I mean, he only has a +17 on it
Only.
at level 1.
That's only because he
Normally,
has.
I only have 7. Normally, I only have 7.
Mhm.
Yeah, same as me.
Normally, I have 7. If I'm in halfling form, I have 12. Yeah, I have 12 as a halfling.
Change shape is very useful.
You know, as
Also,
a fox, you know, turns out as a fox, my options are very limited. Though I don't have hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be quite limiting.
I also can't speak.
Can't speak. That's true. I can whistle though. I can whistle very well.
You can whistle.
I do like that if Celia
Did that.
chooses to, not a single person in the party can understand her.
I feel like, can't we all do that? We all have like one language stuffers to understand.
What the heck was... Jesus Christ.
I don't
I
know.
was asking Tommy a question. I
I don't
looked back
know.
and I
Does
said
anyone else-
35.
Ah.
Mhm.
I'm actually curious.
The power of Ace's fox stealth check.
Well, I can hum okay. Not that I'm actually doing anything right now. Ari's knocked out. She's gone from the world. Thankfully, can't hear the raptor screeching with the fox.
Oh god.
Admittedly, the fox sounds very nice. The raptor not so much.
Not so much. She can sing
Yeah.
better than her raptor. Not that it's very hard to.
Meanwhile, Steve is keeping a steady beat.
And I'm singing a sea shanty down by the entrance of the cave.
And Celia is wishing she had earplugs.
And suddenly the raiders arrive because they hear the sound of the band going on here.
And I would quite happily barter my own safety for all of you. Yeah,
Thanks.
sure, take them. Just let me go. I'll help you take them. If it shuts them up, I will help you.
You're such a lovely person, aren't you?
But I also enjoy those. Also, I do enjoy that when there's also these points in the party where people, like only 2 characters have as a language, so you get these secret conversations going across.
Mhm.
Like we can secret.
Yeah, the downside is I cannot understand any of you in combat. Like, literally, I have no choice in the matter. I cannot understand you.
You have tongues.
Yes, so I will be playing it as, like, if you guys roll a knowledge check, I will be not paying attention to it at all, because I have no way for you to tell me these things.
I just thought you were a really angry halfling lady.
Unless
There is that as well. She is a very angry halfling lady.
she, it's fine.
No,
The angry halfling lady will the angry halfling lady can get the sound of a very screeching raptor being dragged towards her.
God.
there is also a reason why I took the arcane temper trait. Yes, she is quite an angry halfling
It makes
at times.
Yeah, if the raptor wants to hold on to Ace's tail, Ace will just happily walk around as a raptor being pulled along.
Aw.
He's stronger than the raptor. The raptor only has 9 strength.
That
So you can
is
pull the
true.
raptor along.